Good evening, everyone, and welcome into Tomahawk Valley. It is the dawn for Don Richardson Field, and tonight it's the Madison Central Indians taking on the Red Hounds of Corbin. A really good matchup here between two Central Kentucky powerhouses, really good traditional programs here with the Indians and the Red Hounds squaring off today on the baseball diamond. I'm Michael Watkins, along with Landon Eads on the call for you this evening. And Landon, high school baseball in full effect. We were supposed to begin our coverage last Monday with Madison Central versus Madison Southern. Of course, in the beginning of March, middle of March, whatever it was, we had snow flying around last Monday, and the temperatures were what they were, so the game was canceled. Indians have played 4 games since then. They're 3-1, as is Corbin coming into the day. And I'm still not in love with the temperature right now, but we can handle this. I think warmer weather is on the way for the rest of the week. But right now, it is baseball weather. Madison Central and Corbin should be a good ball game.
Yeah, so like I said, both teams coming into today 3-1. Obviously, the first loss last night for Corbin as they lost at North Laurel 5-4. The Indians lost at Ryle in a close game. So both teams just lost by 1 point in each one of their games. It's going to be, I think, about who's better on the mound today. Braxton Nix obviously getting the start for Madison Central. I'm not sure who's getting the start right now for Corbin, but it's going to be who can limit the damage at the mound. And I think whichever starting pitcher does a better job of that is going to put their team in a good position to win here tonight and get their team to 4 wins.
Yeah, Steve Roof has been around for a long time. He's a legend when it comes to high school baseball. So many region championships, so many victories during his time with the Indians, and a guy who has really, I think, for the longest time, done a really good job of kind of getting these boys, these high school age students, to grow and to develop as not only great baseball players, but great young men. And tonight the Indians have, as you said, Hicks on the mound. We're excited to get our first look. Of course, Madison Southern expected to have a good team this year as well. Corbin comes in with a 3-1 record. So it's going to be fun throughout the high school baseball and softball seasons. Of course, we'll have some softball for you coming our way. I think next Monday, Central Southern softball will meet, so we'll have that game. But as we go throughout the season, we appreciate everybody that's tuning us in. We had a really good, fun football season. Basketball, of course, was great as well. And now we turn our attention to the baseball and softball diamonds. And it should be a fun atmosphere. We'll step aside for a quick commercial break. First pitch set for 6:15, so still some time to come on over to the baseball field and enjoy some great baseball coverage if you can't hear with us on WBON TV. Back in 3 minutes.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience.
We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Cub Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now still in our Georgetown store.
Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come.
And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
You know what they say. Every great season starts with a strong lineup. Neat agility, the Trailblazer cuts through traffic like a wide receiver in the red zone. Power, the Silverado handles work and tailgates like a linebacker on a mission. And if you're ready to go electric, the Equinox EV has the range to go all the way. No matter your game plan, Jack Burford Chevrolet has the vehicle that suits your drive. Stop in, suit up, and let's kick off your next adventure.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
You've heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com.
We all have dreams. For some, it might be playing professional baseball like Keenan Wiley, former Madison Central baseball player, did. For others, maybe it's just dreaming of your forever home. Well, after a career of playing the game that he loved, now Keenan has another dream, helping you find that dream home. Check out the new development at Crutcher Pike Estates here in Richmond. Like Keenan Wiley Real Estate on Facebook, and let Keenan help guide you through the process of finding your dream home in Central Kentucky. Welcome back in to Don Richardson Field here on the campus of Madison Central High School, where the Indians are set to take on the Red Hounds of Corbin in our first high school baseball game of the 2026 season. I say us, it's our first broadcast of a high school game this year. And along with Landon Eads, I'm Michael Watkins. Glad to have you along for the matchup between the Corbin Red Hounds and the Madison Central Indians. Central coming off a good year last year. Landon, obviously, the success that Steve Roof has had here, it goes without saying. He's been around for a long time. You win. And honestly, and I've been saying this for a long time, Madison Central has been blessed with some really good coaches. Look at what he's done on the baseball side of things. Look at what Alan Feldhouse Jr. has done on the basketball side. They've not been able to kind of sustain that on the football side, but softball, they've had good luck with Randy Hall there as the head coach of the softball team over the last few years. You see what they've done with girls basketball with Coach True over the last few years. But it's hard to compare those new coaches with the tradition that is built with Roof and the baseball team, Coach Feldhouse and the basketball team. It's so much fun to kind of watch the development of these players, and just even whenever it's a down year, they're still playing a tough schedule. They're still developing guys for the future. And I think that's what makes coaches like Coach Feldhouse, Coach Roof stick out amongst the programs.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you look at specifically those two that you just mentioned, and over 25, 30 years, you look at since 2000, Coach Roof's been here. I think it's since 19 in the 90s when Coach Feldhouse has been here. Both programs are consistently competing for 11th region championships. Coach Feldhouse, obviously, I believe has won 5 in his time here. Coach Roof has won 3. 2-time 11th region coach of the year is Coach Steve Roof. And so, yeah, consistently putting this baseball program in a position to compete for region and state titles. And obviously, the 11th region in basketball and baseball, consistently one of the best regions in the state. So the competition, obviously, extremely tough. Obviously, you were talking about the progress that he has to build over with these players over multiple years. He has a big assignment this year. You're starting and you're playing a lot of younger guys this year. Yeah. Obviously, Carson Sizemore. You've got Candy Cook, who's a junior, who is a big-time hitter for this team. Really, the senior class is led by Will Richardson, who was second in hit, tied for second last year in hits for this team at 31. And he is kind of the senior that you're building around. But these younger guys, Coach Roof has some work to do to get this team to where he wants them to be this year and for future years for this baseball program.
We'll talk about Will Richardson for a minute. I mean, is there anything he can't do? I know he didn't play football, but I feel like he would have been, a good corner, a good safety, just because of his athletic ability. Obviously, we've never seen him hit on the football field, but it just seems that whatever he does, he was a good track star, obviously good on the basketball court, was one of the leaders there, and then doing his thing on the baseball diamond. Just a really good athlete, one of those 3-sport guys for Madison Central High School. And I love watching Will Richardson compete. He is one of the best competitors I remember seeing in recent memory.
Yeah, he competes at a really high level on the field or on the court. Also, an outstanding person in the classroom. He won Homecoming King, so just really a leader in every area that he goes into throughout throughout his career at Madison Central High School. He's really done a nice job. He was a senior leader. He was a captain on the basketball team this year. And then, like I said, he sets the example also in the classroom, which is extremely important at the high school level, and especially as he moves on to college. He's just an outstanding athlete, and then a great scholar as well.
Madison Central and Corbin coming your way. First pitch is about 5 minutes away. We'll step aside for another commercial break, and we'll be back on WBON TV.
Hey! Oh my gosh, your husband is so hot. I know. No, like really hot. I know.
We've got to call Joseph's Heating and Air.
Is your AC unit not cooling? Call Joseph's Heating and Air. Your experts in fast, reliable AC maintenance and repair. They'll keep you cool when it matters most. Proudly serving Richmond, Lexington, and surrounding areas. Don't sweat it. Call Joseph's Heating and Air.
Hi, I'm Gwen from Gwen's Fine Jewelers, and we would love to invite you into our family-owned business.
Select from our beautiful Valina designs, Carissa designs, or we can custom design your dream ring. Gwen's Fine Jewelers is your exclusive Kendra Scott boutique in Richmond. Special financing options available, on-site jewelry repair, and layaway. Find your dream ring at Gwen's. Gwen's Fine Jewelers, where dreams come true.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau. My Farm Bureau.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Nothing can save this blowout.
Famous last words.
Yeah, get in there. We're only down by 40.
You just can't lose with the Spicy Wings combo. Only at Lee's, famous for a reason.
Your Lee's Famous Recipe locations are proud supporters of our local Madison County High School sports teams. Have dinner before the game at Lee's Richmond, 1000 Center Drive, or swing by Lee's Berea, just off I-75 at exit 76. Since 1974, Linville Insurance has proudly served our community with values that stand the test of time: family, integrity, and service. We lead with kindness, do what's right, help others, and stay informed so you can trust us with what matters most. As a proud Shepherd Insurance partner, we offer the strength of a large agency with the heart of a local one. From business to home, auto, farm, life, and employee benefits, we are your one-stop insurance advisor. Join the Linville Insurance family and experience the difference.
Welcome back into Madison Central High School, getting ready for some high school baseball between the Corbin Redhounds and the Madison Central Indians. It was a much warmer day today than it was yesterday. It was 61 degrees as I made my way over to the stadium, to the arena here, and it's now 60 degrees outside. It says feels like 60, and of course it does. It's one thing that kills me whenever it's real cold outside. It'll say like it's 28 degrees but feels like 20. I'm like, well, if it feels like 20, shouldn't it be 20, Landon?
Yeah,
it shouldn't be that hard.
Yeah, that's why they don't say anything else like that. They don't say if you're driving 35 miles an hour. They don't say it feels like 45.
Exactly.
You know, they only do that with weather.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
It's going to be warm, though. 68 degrees tomorrow. Going to be beautiful outside. There is supposed to be some rain coming in toward the latter part of the week. But looking forward to some warmer weather and just baseball and softball. It is here, and that means Easter's right around the corner with the start of high school baseball and softball season. And, again, we are glad to be here with you on WBON TV. Michael Watkins, Landon Eads, senior at Madison Central High School, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
That's good. That's good. When you look at the the 11th region. You know, we just wrapped up basketball season a few weeks ago. Had Jake Feldhouse on the sports show last night. He just won Mr. Basketball. We know how tough the 11th region is in basketball. Baseball is the same way. There are always 3 or 4 teams ranked in the top 25 when you look across the 11th region. And a lot of fun to watch how the teams develop over the years. And for Madison Central, you talked about the youth that they have. And while there comes growing pains with that, the Indians feel very confident when you got a guy like Steve Roof and some of the assistant coaches that have been around for a long time. I think that's what makes this program special. And teams like Corbin, who are always competing in their region, you look at some of the teams Central will play down the line. It's fun to see the development of where they are now to where they'll be at the end of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said earlier, those young guys continuing to develop as games go on. I think you'll see this team improve. I think you're going to really see guys like Carson Sizemore continue to become a pivotal piece of this team as a hitter and as well as in the field. I think Coach Roof, like I said, he's been here before. This isn't the first time he's had a young team or had to play younger guys. He's been here since 2000, and he's won with teams like this before. He's won regional championships and competed for regional championships with younger teams. And I think he's always done a really nice job of that. And Corbin, starting a sophomore tonight. So can you get some of those younger guys going as hitters tonight? And obviously Central starting a senior in Hicks. So that's like I said earlier, going to be a pivotal matchup to watch, that matchup on the mound between Zachary and Hicks. But yeah, absolutely. Those younger guys will be pivotal for this year and the future success of Madison Central baseball.
Yeah, Hicks actually beat Corbin last year, went 4 innings, gave up 3 hits, 2 earned runs, walked 1, struck 1 out through 63 pitches in a 8-2 victory over the Red Hounds in Corbin. That was on May 9th of 2025. And Elijah Halloran come in for the save and to help close that game out. But the Indians beat Corbin last year 8-2 on their field. Corbin now trying to return the favor here in Richmond as the Indians did their warm-up. Now Corbin taking infield. They're getting ready for their matchup with Madison Central. We will step aside for our final commercial break here as we get you set for first pitch. It was supposed to be 6:15. Corbin was a little bit late getting here, so that first pitch has been moved back to now 6:20 or so. So we'll be ready for it, and we'll take our final commercial break here. Get you set for first pitch when we come back. It's Corbin and Madison Central on WBON TV.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we make it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. Offering single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from surgical implant placement and restoration, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. And we now have the Cone Beam 3D technology for taking scans of the jaw. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Founded by Kentuckians for Kentuckians, Whitaker Bank is a uniquely Kentucky bank committed to the communities it serves. At Whitaker Bank, you'll find personalized service, a dedication to excellence, and a genuine desire to help you achieve your financial goals. Visit us at any of our conveniently located branches or go to whitakerbank.com to learn how Whitaker Bank can serve you. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky.
Buying this boat was a total no-brainer.
Okay, I get it. You say no-brainer and the guy with no brain shows up?
I'm sorry, we met our new boat.
For a new boat? You don't call me. You call State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is...
There?
I was gonna say that.
He's right. Your State Farm agent can help you choose the right coverage for your new boat and your RV. It's kind of a no-brainer. Easy decision.
All right.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Are you tired of living with the pain and discomfort that comes with getting older? If you're like me, then sometimes just getting up can be a challenge. At Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy in Richmond, their experts are here to help get you back in the game. Whether it's a sports injury, recovering from an accident, or just the aches and pains that come with age, they'll connect you with someone who can put together a personalized treatment plan and deliver long-lasting results. Visit osptky.com to get started, or go by and see former Madison Central graduate Heather Kleins.
At the Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, we have activities galore, including video games, bowling, pool, delicious food at Champions, plus karaoke and live entertainment 7 days a week. Enjoy the climate-controlled patio, watch NFL football, and your Kentucky Wildcats all season long. The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, just off exit 87 at 1025 Amberley Way in Richmond.
Honor, integrity, excellence. When it comes to protecting your home, rely on the experts who have served our country. At VC Veterans Contracting, our mission is to make your home feel safe. Our customers constantly rate us 5 stars for our expertise and professionalism. Trust your roof to the veterans who served. Call VC Veterans Contracting today or scan the code on screen for a free quote. VC Veterans Contracting, your roof, our mission.
Kentucky weather is unpredictable. That's why everyone, even other local businesses, trust Madison HVAC.
Hey, it's Derek with Madison HVAC. We're here at Mann Chrysler, changing out a rooftop. It's been pretty cold. We're going to go inside and check in with Todd, who is the sales manager, and see if they're excited about getting new heat. They should have heat on this afternoon, and they would be more than happy for you all to come out and check them out, and they'll have a very nice warm lobby for you to hang out in.
Learn more at MadisonHVACR.com.
Pruitt & Sons auctioneers have over 24 years experience in the auction industry. Whether you're selling real estate, personal property, or liquidating your assets, Pruitt & Sons can help take your property to auction and walk you through the process. Serving all over Central Kentucky, visit PruittAuctioneers.com. And remember, Angela Pruitt for all your real estate needs as well.
When life gets complicated, you need someone who understands. Since 2003, Blevins Law has navigated real estate closings, wills, estates, car accidents, and personal injury cases with care and clarity. If your family has experienced death or injury, make Blevins your first call.
Blevins Law. Compassionate, reliable, real. Call 859-985-5410 to hire Blevins Law for the win. Office is located at 400 Richmond Road, North Berea, or search blevinslaw.net to contact them today.
Gillum Sports Lounge isn't just a place for good food and hospitality. It's about gathering with family and friends, satisfying those taste buds, and cheering on your favorite team. You can't go wrong with one of their delicious burgers, salads, pizzas, or one of their many appetizers. Order online or stop in and see for yourself why Gillum Sports Lounge has been a staple in Richmond for almost 20 years. Located inside the Richmond Mall. Gillum Sports Lounge. Like them on Facebook to see more.
The holidays can stress even the best planners. Between travel, shopping, family, and everything else, you and your budget can get stretched thin fast. With CVMB checking powered by Bazing, you can make the most of the season. Score shopping discounts, save on travel, get roadside assistance, and even get paid up to 2 days early. All in one checking account that helps you make the most of the season. CVMB. Bank better.
El Mejor Mexican Restaurant in the Old Richmond Mall is cooking up something special late nights every weekend from Thursday through Sunday. Come in to try authentico Mexican favorites like menudo, pozole, birria, and tacos, tortas, and quesadillas with legendary flavors like de asada, chorizo, carnitas, and el pastor. So hurry in to El Mejor Mexican Restaurant, where they will be open till midnight every Thursday through Sunday with drink and food specials.
Precision Gas Plumbing is affordable, fast, and reliable. A local fireplace dealer that offers gas, wood, or electric fireplaces, grills, outdoor heating options, and propane tanks. They also offer existing fireplace services, gas line installs, repairs, and propane delivery. Serving Madison, Fayette, Laurel, Rockcastle, Pulaski, and other surrounding counties. Trust Precision Gas Plumbing and stay warm and save money on your electric bill. Like them on Facebook or call 859-228-0077.
Back here to Richmond and Don Richardson Field. Michael Watkins here with you as the Madison Central Indians host the Corbin Redhounds in our first high school baseball game of the 2026 season. Landon Eads joining me on the call. You'll hear the angelic tones of John Mark Stivers doing the public address announcing for the games here. Are you doing all of them this year, John Mark? Okay, man. I don't know if they could afford you or not. You still playing? How's basketball going with the Special Olympics? Y'all still playing?
Our season, so we lost in the first round of region.
Okay, first round of region. So he's playing. Okay, good deal. That's John Mark Stivers, and been around Madison Central for a few years, helping out with some things. He was a member of the basketball, baseball, helping out with them over the last few years. So I want to give him a little love here on the public address announcing as they get the field ready for first pitch. It is Madison Central and Corbin. The Indians are going to be in the royal blue uniforms, red numbers, red letters outlined in white, and the white pants with the blue stripe down the pants. For Corbin, they'll be in the red uniforms with the red pinstripe uniforms. Love to see that. You know, I know the Yankees made the pinstripes famous, but seeing the Corbin Redhounds don the red pinstripe uniforms, very cool looking uni for the visitors here tonight. Seeing some of the some of the other athletes tonight hanging out and watching the Indians baseball team. See Cam Steele just walked up, dapping up Camden Burke, football player. Camden's going to be playing football for Georgetown College, and Cam Steele, again, I don't think Central has as good of a basketball season that they had without him at the point guard position.
Yeah, absolutely. As we watched him this season, he was really impressive with the way he just controlled the game on the offensive end and also on the defensive end. I talked to one of the assistant coaches from Madison Central basketball, and they were talking about how good he was on offense, but even more impressive on the defensive end with his quick hands. Boy, he led the team in steals this season for that basketball team alongside Will Richardson, who we talked about earlier, who is the senior leader for this Madison Central baseball team. Really a dynamic duo in the backcourt for Madison Central and Coach Feldhouse this season.
So the Indians will come to home plate, as will the head coach for Corbin. He talked about the success he's had, a really successful tenure with Corbin as well.
Yeah, been there 11 years, and he's won 4 regional titles. That is really impressive, no matter what region or where you're playing at in the state of Kentucky. If you can be that dominant in a region or even in a district, because they won multiple district titles as well, that is extremely impressive, and just showing that he can put his team in a position each and every year to compete for state championships as well, as they've made runs in the state tournament. He's a really impressive coach in what he's been able to do here at Corbin over the last decade.
All right, we're going to take one more quick commercial break, and we'll be back for first pitch on WBON TV.
While you were stuck inside during the ice storm, did you start to hate your flooring? Were you thinking of making some changes to the inside of your home? Interior Solutions by ICL can help. Now open in Richmond, they can take your home or any other space and take it to the next level. From flooring, bathrooms, kitchens, you name it, they have the solution. Located at 124 Green Circle in Richmond, shop online at InteriorSolutionsByICL.com or follow them on Facebook.
Looking for the best place around to buy and sell your gold? You found it with Planet Pawn at 425 Richmond Road North, the only building in Berea with a gold roof. Whether you're buying or selling, go see Clint, Shane, and the guys at Planet Pawn. They buy anything of value. Need quick cash? Bring in your items and get paid today. Looking for value? You'll find it here at Planet Pawn. Planet Pawn under the gold roof at 425 Richmond Road North, Berea. Cash when you need it and deals every day.
It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At AMCO Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at AMCO the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And AMCO has a longer warranty. Come see us at AMCO Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MCO.
When it comes to auto service, two things are important: experience and hometown service. Hall & Sons Auto Care is starting their 20th year in business in Richmond. That's 20 years locally owned and operated. Hall & Sons Auto Care can take care of you from preventative maintenance to major engine repair. Hall & Sons Auto Care is also carrying BW towing products as well as rough country suspension and lift kits. Give us a chance to be your auto repair shop. Visit us at 209 North Keeneland Drive in Richmond.
Cars of Kentucky is a proud sponsor of Eastern Kentucky University Athletics. In Richmond, we bleed maroon. Go Colonels. And when you're ready for your next pre-owned automobile, swing on over to Cars of Kentucky. Cars of Kentucky has vehicles starting at $3,000 and up, so we literally have something for every budget. 356 Big Hill Avenue in Richmond, or check them out, carsofkentucky.com. Let's go Colonels.
Cars break down. Tires go flat. Check engine lights show up at the worst possible time. Don't break the bank fixing your car when ABR Auto Recyclers has you covered. They have good used tires, a huge selection of parts, and they can get a large selection of aftermarket parts shipped overnight. They're just a quick drive down 4 Mile, and you can't miss them on Box Ankle Road. You can save 50 to 75% off retail prices. Go see Scott and the gang or check them out online at abrautorecyclers.net.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience.
We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Cub Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now Steel in our Georgetown store.
Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come.
And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
You know what they say. Every great season starts with a strong lineup. Need agility? The Trailblazer cuts through traffic like a wide receiver in the red zone. Power? The Silverado handles work and tailgates like a linebacker on a mission. And if you're ready to go electric, the Equinox EV has the range to go all the way. No matter your game plan, Jack Burford Chevrolet has the vehicle that suits your drive. Stop in, suit up, and let's kick off your next adventure.
We are ready for first pitch in Richmond with Levi Brock, the catcher for the Red Hounds, leading it off. It'll be Brock with Clay Botner in the on-deck circle. Cam Eastep batting third, and then batting cleanup, Trey Person, who is a dangerous person to pitch to. On the year, you were looking at his numbers, and pretty impressive what he's done. 714 batting average, 5 out of 7 at the plate, 13 RBIs. And he has been the man. Also 4 stolen bases. So Person, one of those athletes and a dynamic baseball player for the Red Hounds as Hicks out there warms up for Madison Central. And Braxton being depended upon by Coach Roof to go out there and try to get a W here early on in the week. Indians 3-1 on the year, as is Corbin. As we get you set for, again, high school baseball action. Both teams wearing their white pants. Indians have the blue stripe down the pants with the red stripe for Corbin, and the Red Hounds in that pinstripe red uniform.
Like I said, very interesting matchup there with Hicks and Persons. Hicks last year, 4 starts. He played in 6 games as a pitcher. He had 17 strikeouts at a 5.33 ERA. You got to think Person is someone at the top of the scouting report for Hicks tonight. Got to be careful how you throw to him and don't want to throw it too far into that zone.
Yeah, and Person, a junior, he will be a guy. Of course, Hicks did get the win against Corbin last year in middle of May. Got a W8-2 victory for Central on the road, and trying to keep a victory for him tonight, or get a victory for him tonight, as he comes back home to take on a team he beat last year Indians working around the horn. First pitch from Hicks is coming your way here on WBON TV. Michael Watkins, Jamie Boggs here with you. We're glad to have you along for what should be a good baseball game. Our first broadcast of the year. We'll have plenty more to come as we expect the warm. Gage and I, we've been doing this for a long time. Gage, there's been some games where I can't even talk. It's been so cold outside. I'm hoping we can stay away from that some this year.
Like I said, though, that familiarity can be a good thing for the hitter or the pitcher, depending
that's
on.
True.
Like I said, many of these hitters have seen Hicks before, and we'll see if Hicks can repeat the process he did last year against Corbin and be successful on the mound here tonight.
First pitch is a called strike as the Indians begin it with an 0-1 count to Brock, the catcher. We got Botner, the third baseman in the on-deck circle as Hicks lines up and delivers the 0-1. That one's hit hard up into the air. Indians catcher trying to go back and get it, and could not haul that one in. As Briner had it in his glove, it just did squirt out, but there is an 0-2 count to Brock, leading things off here in today's game. See Hicks walking around the mound, goes and gets the rosin and is ready for the 0-2. The delivery is low and away for a ball and 2 strikes to Levi Brock. Be interesting to see, too, as the temperature starts to drop, how the players respond to that. Hicks gets the sign and the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the leadoff strikeout for Hicks as the Indians get the first out. You know, you look at some of the really good baseball teams that Coach Roof has had here. He's had some good catchers behind the plate. Ben Snap comes to mind. There's been some other good ones, obviously, down the line. But
Nick Petromonaco, just from last year, a spectacular catcher
exactly.
for this baseball team.
So Hicks with a strikeout on the first guy he faces, and he comes in with a strike to Botner as well.
Really nice response from Hicks early in this game after Briner dropped one early. It's not phased Hicks early in this baseball game.
The 0-1 is hit into center field. Diving effort, and is it a catch? They're going to say safe at first is Botner. So a single to center field. Or are they going to say out? The home plate umpire, I believe, has called him out. There's a discussion here going on. Botner still stands over at first. Now the third base coach coming down the line to talk to the home plate umpire on how he could make that call. And the umpire in the infield did not. And now the umpire is going to have a quick discussion. Center fielder, was a great play in center field by Lucas Ward. And he thought that he made the catch. He was looking back for his hat. They're going to say out. So it was out number 2.
What a play by Lucas Ward out there in center field. Got a good jump on it. And nice job getting under that baseball and making the play for the Indians.
So now 2 down in the top of the first. And coming to the plate, Cam Estep for the Redhounds.
Really the senior leader for this team is Cam Estep. That is for Corbin. In 3 of the 4 games this season, his batting average is .500 for this Redhounds team.
First pitch was outside, ball 1. And that one's in there for a strike. Hicks comes back with 1 over the plate, evens it up now at a ball and a strike. The windup and the 1-1 up high, 2 balls and 1 strike for Hicks as he goes after Cam Estep. Levi Brock led things off with a strikeout. And Clay Botner thought he got 1 down, but Ward made the catch in center field for out number 2. And now a 3-ball, 1-strike affair with Hicks pitching to Cam Estep.
Going to be interesting to see how Estep attacks this now, assuming Hicks puts one in the zone.
That one's a called strike. Estep thought it might have been ball 4. Now we're at a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes as Hicks trying to go 1, 2, 3 to start things off. In the top of the first inning, here's the 3-2 payoff. And swing and a miss, strike 3. Estep goes down. Hicks dealing early, and the Indians will come to the plate with nothing on the board after the top of the first inning on WBON TV.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
You've heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com.
Back here on WBON TV, Michael Watkins and Landon Eads here on the call with you. And Landon, good start for Madison Central. Hicks goes 1-2-3 at the top of the first.
Yeah, absolutely. Really handled tough situations well there in that first inning. Got it down 3-1 and then threw 2 strikes in a row against E-Step. And that top of the first, did a nice job there. And then, like I said, did a nice job responding after his catcher dropped one, didn't let it phase him, and came right back and got a couple of strikeouts and a pop-out.
Indians will send Carson Sizemore, the shortstop, to the plate to lead things off, followed up by Will Richardson. Tyler Howie batting third, the second baseman, transferring over from George Rogers Clark. Cannon Cook will bat cleanup and play first base. Hicks will bat fifth, the pitcher. Jagger Ham will bat sixth, the DH. Then Zach Turner. You've got Lucas Ward and Luke Briner, the 7, 8, 9 lineup for the Indians.
Talked about Carson Sizemore in the pregame. Last year, his batting average very solid, 2.263, had 5 hits last year. Really good young talent for Coach Roof.
On the mound, Malachi Zachary for the Red Hounds with the lime green cleats. I like it when you kind of get a little funky with your attire out there, whether it be a football player wearing something. You know, I like the basketball players wearing the sleeves, or maybe wearing, you know, some brightly colored shoes. Had a few of those this year that we got to see in action.
Yeah, look good, feel good, play good. That's what they say.
There you go. Didn't ever work for me on the look good part, or the play good part for that matter. But I did feel good a lot of the times when I was out there. Pitch outside, 2 balls, no strikes as Sizemore leads things off for the Madison Central Indians. In the blue uniforms, red numbers, red letters outlined in the white, and the blue helmets for the home team. That one's hit hard into right center field. Sizemore trying to get aboard, but a nice play made in center field and one down for the Indians.
Nice job by center fielder Dallas Morita for the Red Hounds. Like I said, got to go jump on that one. Almost to the warning track there, but fell right into his glove, just short of the warning track in center field.
Yeah, Morita got a good jump on it, and now Will Richardson will bat. He'll switch it up, bat from the left side, tries to lay the bunt down, and it'll get foul.
Richardson very quick, like I said, track athlete for this team, so maybe trying to bunt one out to third base and then beat the Red Hounds to first base.
Well, what that does is it makes the third baseman really kind of pay attention, come up on the edge a bit, and this time will go back into his stride and his swinging stance. Does not offer at a ball inside, and the ball and a strike is the count. Nothing on the board yet. Bottom of the first inning here in Richmond. Richardson now goes back to the bunt attempt, pulls it back on a pitch high, 2 balls and 1 strike to the Indians' right fielder.
Great eye by Richardson so far. We talked about that varsity experience. One of the most experienced players returning for the Indians this season.
On deck for Central, Tyler Howie, the second baseman. Cook batting cleanup should somebody get on base. Pitch coming. That one's chopped to the shortstop. Richardson's got good speed, and he is unable to beat it out. A good throw and a good job to dig it out over at first for out number 2. And to this point, still no hits, 5 batters in.
Cam Estep strikes out, and his first at bat responds right there with a beautiful throw at shortstop to first base.
So 2 down now for Howie, the second baseman. Pitcher gets the sign, and Howie calls time. Brock Botner Estep went 1-2-3 in the top of the first. Here in the bottom of the first, Howie trying to avoid the 1-2-3 inning for the home team as that pitch outside, 1-0 count for the second baseman for the Madison Central Indians, Tyler Howie. Wind up, and that pitch on the outside corner caught just enough at the plate for a ball and a strike. Madison Central in the blue uniforms here, looking to strike gold in the early portion of the ball game. And Howie takes another one, this time on the inside corner. Good job by Zachary to paint the edges. And we got a 1-ball, 2-strike count, and Howie's got to be aggressive at the plate now.
Nice job by the catcher there for the Red Hounds as well to frame that one. Looked a little low, but got the strike call.
This one choppered down to the pitcher, and they're going to say a foul ball as it caught the cleat of Howie and trying to shake that one off a bit. Got him on the left ankle just a bit.
Yeah, Abram Howard already hurt for this Indians team. He is out with injury. Don't want to have another one if you're Steve Roof.
Now he awaits, and this one's hit hard down the right field line. Right fielder coming over and will make the play in foul territory for out number 3. So a 1-2-3 top of the first. We go 1-2-3 in the bottom half as well. Still scoreless, still hitless here through 1 in Richmond on WBON TV. We all have dreams. For some, it might be playing professional baseball like Keenan Wiley, former Madison Central baseball player, did. For others, maybe it's just dreaming of your forever home. Well, after a career of playing the game that he loved, now Keenan has another dream, helping you find that dream home. Check out the new development at Crutcher Pike Estates here in Richmond. Like Keenan Wiley Real Estate on Facebook, and let Keenan help guide you through the process of finding your dream home in Central Kentucky.
Hey! Oh my gosh, your husband is so hot. I know. No, like really hot. I know.
We've got to call Joseph's Heating and Air.
Is your AC unit not cooling? Call Joseph's Heating and Air. Your experts in fast, reliable AC maintenance and repair. They'll keep you cool when it matters most. Proudly serving Richmond, Lexington, and surrounding areas. Don't sweat it. Call Joseph's Heating and Air.
Because he hasn't played yet. I don't know.
Maybe not.
Back to the action here on WBON TV. Michael Watkins and Landon Eads here on the call. We're glad to have you along as we go to the top half of inning number 2 in Richmond. Still scoreless, still hitless, and due up for the Red Hounds, Trey Person, a young man who could change this score with one swing of the bat. He is batting, .751, I believe, on the year, Landon?
748, I believe. And
714 with 5 hits and 7 attempts, a couple of doubles. And he'll take the first pitch strike here as the Indians. Hicks, the pitcher on the mound tonight for Madison Central. He has a win in his career over the Red Hounds. Got that last year in late May and looking to go with a victory here tonight, go 2-0 in his career against Corbin. Time is called by Person. Person, the right fielder, wearing number 34 with the yellow gloves, awaits the 1-1 pitch, and that one taken for a ball real close. Might have been a bit low, according to the home plate umpire. 2 balls and a strike from Hicks. That one's chopped into foul territory toward the Indians' dugout, so it'll even things up at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Hicks doing a nice job so far. Same thing for Person, working this at bat.
Pitch up high will run the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Person as we work here in the top half of inning number 2. Hicks, a flawless 1-2-3 top half of the first inning. This one's hit hard into the hole. It's short and unable to be handled as we get a base hit. Carson Sizemore was trying to field it with just one hand, and it kind of hit the dirt and kind of died on him. Didn't really bounce up high enough for him to grab it.
Yep.
And that'll be a base hit for Person.
Yeah, extremely high bounce off the ground there. I think made it a little bit hard for Sizemore to track it and was unable to come up with the catch and unable to throw Person out. Like I said, Person, what'd you say, stole 2 bases already this year's season, so a dangerous guy on first base.
Four
already.
He's attempted 4 stolen bases. He's gotten there all 4 times, so not only a good power hitter, a guy that gets on base, he is also a speed demon as well for the Red Hounds.
Definitely gives Hicks something to think about for the first time, having somebody on base.
This one in the hole at second. The Indians will be able to turn 2. They will not. And in fact, the Red Hounds get 2 men on base. Person showing off the speed, a slow turn from the second baseman. And the Indians are unable to get anybody out. Now 2 men on for the fielder's choice of the Red Hounds.
Howie just a little slow getting to that one. Whacked a little bit of urgency there. And Person, we talked about the speedster. He made him pay for it.
A high pitch taken for a strike as the pitcher Malachi Zachary now bats for the Red Hounds. Hicks with a little pressure on him now from the stretch, and the 0-1. Popped up behind home plate for a foul ball. Runs the count now 0-2. As Central kind of feeling some pressure here now in the top half of inning number 2. No outs, 2 men on.
This is where the seniority, I should say, for Hicks can come in here. Probably been in a situation like this before with 2 on. Just calm yourself down and make some good pitches here to get out of the inning.
Zachary awaits the 0-2 delivery. Hicks, and time is called. Malachi on this year, only a sophomore. He is 0 for 2 at the plate. This one fouled off behind the plate as well. As a pitcher on the season, Zachary, 3 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, an ERA of 4.67. And he's trying to drive in a run, give himself some insurance or some cushion and a lead in the early part of this ball game. That one swung on and missed, and the 3rd strikeout of the game for Hicks as Zachary will go down swinging.
Hard fought it back there by Zachary, but a really nice job by Hicks to punch him out.
E-Step
strikeout.
Now comes to the plate. Brett E-Step, second baseman. Brett this year only a freshman, 0 of 1 at the plate, just 1 plate appearance. Takes a pitch up high.
Extremely bright future, though, for a guy like E-Step. Obviously, Coach Philpott, a lot of confidence in him as he is in the starting rotation as only a freshman for this Red Hounds team.
He awaits the 1-0. And time called again as the runner's really giving fits to the pitcher. That one taken. So 2-0.
See Hicks keeping a close eye on Person there out at second base.
Runner taken off for third. They're going to be able to tag out the runner at second. The ball came out. They're going to say safe. So a mistake there, and they're going to try to argue that the runner knocked the ball out of the glove to no avail. The middle infield umpire is going to keep his call of safe at second. So now 2 guys in scoring position, 2 runners in scoring position for the Red Hounds, and a big chance for E-Step to get his first hit and first RBI of the season as that pitch taken low. So 3 balls and a strike, and you can tell early on that the pressure of the runners on base may be getting to Hicks a bit here in the second inning. That pitch up high to load the bases as E-Step gets aboard with the walk based on balls. Now, what that does do for Central Landon is it does give you a force at any base. So that could come into play as now Dallas Merida, the center fielder, comes to the plate.
Briner going out to have a conversation with Hicks, talking his guy through this, trying to get him through this inning.
Merida on the season, no hits and 7 at-bats. He has walked once and he has struck out three times, excuse me. So no average for him, and if you're Hicks, you can kind of lean into that. Maybe force a double play because you've got the good middle infield, a couple of guys that can help you turn too, and a force out at any base, which could come into effect here in the early portion of this ball game. Indians defeated the Red Hounds 8-2 in May of last year. Corbin trying to return the favor, and they've got a very good opportunity to take an early lead with the bases loaded, only 1 out here in the top of the second inning. First pitch, a called strike to Merida.
Nice job there by Hicks. I was about to say, we want to work the outside edges here if you're Hicks on this at bat. Merida, maybe grand slam hungry here.
Pitch up high, ball and a strike. Yeah, how would it be if you got your first hit of the season and it was a grand slam?
Yeah, definitely something Merida is hoping for here. But if you're Merida, you just got to be patient. Got to wait for it to come to you.
That pitch popped up. It'll head behind the home plate and behind the fence. So a ball and 2 strikes to the Red Hounds center fielder.
No fear. So
that pitch outside, trying to maybe get him to chase one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that one taken for a ball as well. So 2 straight out of the zone for Hicks, and the bases loaded, full count, nowhere to put him. If you're Hicks, you got to put one across the plate here. The delivery is swung on and fouled off, and the Red Hounds really making Hicks work in this one.
Yeah, Merida's been very impressive here at the plate. Really making Hicks work to get this out here. Really nice at bat for him.
Still a full count. Payoff pitch, chopper down to third. They'll get the runner at third, but that's it. So you get the force out, but a run does come across the score, and it will be an RBI for Merida.
First RBI on the season for Merida.
So 2 down for Walters, and that first pitch taken for ball 1.
Third run on the season there for Person as well.
Ball, no strikes. That one's taken right down the middle. 1-1 count now for Landon Walters. Hicks gets the sign. That pitch up into the air, but fouled off. So a 1-2 count for the number 9 batter in the lineup for the Red Hounds. Top of the order on deck with the catcher, Levi Brock.
I would assume an aggressive pitch is coming here, trying to get the strikeout here from Hicks.
Pitch up high. Taken for a ball. 2-2 count. 2s across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs for the left fielder of the Red Hounds, Landon Walters. Hicks again from the stretch. Swung on and missed high up in the zone, but Walters chased, did not make contact, and the inning comes to a close. Red Hounds leave 2 runners stranded, 1 in scoring position, and they do take a lead, however, 1-0 as we go to the bottom half of inning number 2 in Richmond on WBON TV.
Hi, I'm Gwen from Gwen's Fine Jewelers, and we would love to invite you into our family-owned business.
Select from our beautiful Valina designs, Carriza designs, or we can custom design your dream ring.
Gwen's Fine Jewelers is your exclusive Kendra Scott boutique in Richmond.
Special financing options available, on-site jewelry repair, and layaway. Find your dream ring at Gwen's. Gwen's Fine Jewelers, where dreams come true.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau.
My Farm Bureau.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Back here to Richmond on WBON TV, we go to the bottom half of the second inning with Cannon Cook to lead things off for the Madison Central Indians. He'll be followed up by the pitcher Braxton Hicks and Jagger Ham. After Hicks gave up a run in the top half of inning number 2, he'll get a chance to maybe try to tie things up when he comes to the plate as the Indians now trail it 1-0 in the bottom of the second inning.
Talked about person for the Red Hounds being that guy with the ability to change the game on one hit. Cook is that guy for the Indians. Had 4 homers last year, led the team in home runs, and really extreme power coming out of number 36 for the Indians.
If I'm not mistaken, I think 3 of those came in the district championship game. Am I right?
That may be correct.
2 of them did.
But not only is he a powerhouse, his batting average .325 last year.
Yeah.
Extremely good. Last year just a sophomore. So he's got great potential for this Indians team.
Jamie Boggs' favorite song playing here at the stadium right now. A little T-Swizzle. You know, Landon, the walkout music, that's always so important to have for a baseball player. No, I think about it all the time. If I was a baseball player, what would my walk-up music be? And I'd probably change it every game too. But Cook leads things off, and again, the ability to tie this game up with one swing of the bat, and he will swing the bat into center field. 1 pitch, 1 out. As a good job by the center fielder Morita to make the catch and a fly out to center field to lead things off.
Routine pop fly there for Morita. Came right to him. Nice job getting under it. Kept his eye on it. And able to get that first out.
So Hicks to bat with nobody on, 1 out. He'll first pitch swing into right center. Right fielder comes over, and there's 2 down now in the bottom of inning number 2.
2 pitches, 2 outs. Can't ask for any better than that if you are Malachi Zachary. Putting him over the zone. The Indians unable to capitalize there. See if Ham can get something to go down in the field.
Ham saw some action on the basketball court this year. Madison Central.
Yeah, expect a big year out of him next year for that Madison Central basketball team.
That's from the left side of the plate. Pitch comes in, got 2-0 count to the Indians' designated hitter. Batting for Baxter Ruffner. That one's in there on the corner for a strike. A 2-1 count, 1 down, or make it 2 down here in the inning. And that pitch grounded over to short. Shortstop comes in charging toward third base and safe as Ham gets aboard. It was a good effort by the shortstop Cam Estep for the Red Hounds, but he could not make the throw in time, and a base hit infield single for Ham.
Great speed there by Ham to beat the throw to the plate.
So the Indians have their first hit, runner aboard with 2 down, and coming to the plate, Zach Turner, the third baseman.
Zach Turner, another one of those senior leaders, along with Will Richardson on this team for Steve Roof.
First pitch, taken up high, ball 1. As Malachi Zachary struck out in his plate appearance. Now trying to get himself out of a slight pickle. Got a runner on, 2 outs, however, in the second inning. He'll throw over to first, not going to be in time to get Ham.
It's going to be very important for the Indians to just get runners on. Try to put the young Zachary in some trouble here early in this ball game.
Pitch up high. Ham thought about taking off. Thinks better of it. Heads back over to the
first base bag, and a 2-0 count into Zach Turner. Lucas Ward, center fielder for Central, batting in the 8-hole in the on-deck circle.
Zach Turner coming off a season last year where he batted .154 for the Indians.
Two balls, one strike. Zachary looks over to the first base runner. Swing and a miss from Anderson to even things up at 2 apiece. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Indians trying to tie it up here in the bottom half of inning number 2 on WBON TV. Michael Watkins, Landon Eads here with you. And Landon, big spot here in the early part of the ball game for Malachi Zachary. He'll look over to first again and deliver the pitch up high. Swung on then missed, and the inning comes to an end. Another strikeout for Zachary, and the Indians down 1-0 as we go to the third inning. We'll be back on WBON TV.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Wings or strips?
Wings.
No, strips. Guess you gotta flip a coin.
Famous last words.
Wings and strips.
You just can't lose with the split decision meal. Only at Lee's. Famous for a reason.
Your Lee's Famous Recipe locations are proud supporters of our local Madison County High School sports teams. Have dinner tonight before the game at Lee's Berea, just off I-75 at exit 76, or swing by Lee's Richmond, 1000 Center Drive.
On WBON TV, new pitcher coming in for Madison Central after 2 innings of Hicks, and he threw a lot of pitches in that second inning. The Indians now make the change, and Elijah Halloran will come in for Madison Central. He actually came in last year when the Indians defeated Corbin, backed up Hicks, and went 3 innings, struck out 1, did not allow a hit in those 3 innings, as he helped close out the victory for Madison Central in May.
According to the stat sheet here, just three of his 5 innings pitched last year were against Corbin. He had 4 strikeouts and had an ERA of 4.2. And like I said, just 5 innings pitched last year.
So he takes over. It's Elijah Halloran, and he'll come into the game with his team down 1-0. Of course, Madison Central last year losing in the second round, the semifinals of the 11th region tournament, as they finished up the season with 25 wins, 12 losses for Coach Steve Roof, 14-2 in the 11th region. And Halloran going to try to help them come back from behind here early on and get a victory over the Red Hounds.
Back at the top of the order here for the Red Hounds, Levi Brock up for his second at bat of the game. That was a strikeout for Hicks, one of, I believe, his 2 in the game.
So Halloran digs in on the mound as he faces off against Levi Brock. Back to the top of the order for the Red Hounds. And a first pitch swing into left center field. Indians left fielder heading back and will make the catch. Sun has popped back out for just a bit as we make our way into the third inning. 1 pitch, 1 out for Halloran. And coming to the plate now, Clay Botner for Corbin.
As the sun comes down here as we round out the evening, could be tough for those outfielders to track the ball as it comes down.
First pitch called strike to Botner. Be interesting to see how Corbin works here. You know, one time through the order, got a good look at what Hicks was out there dealing with. And now an immediate switch. Second time through, they deal with Halloran, who's got a 1-ball, 1-strike count to Botner, who flew out to center field in his first at bat. This pitch taken for strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Central will have Ward, Briner, and Sizemore, the 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Pitch swung on. It'll get away from the catcher. He'll come out of his stance and throw down to first for the 2nd out of the inning.
Easy pitch and catch there from Briner to Cook to get Botner out.
Now it's Cam Estep. He struck out his first time up.
He's been really impressive at shortstop there, making some really nice throws, some nice plays on some balls there at shortstop. See if he can get it going on offense.
First pitch. Inside, Estep had to kind of duck out of the way a bit as he now awaits the 1-0 delivery from Halloran. Checking in for Hicks to start the 3rd inning. Halloran with the windup and the 1-0. Inside now 2 balls, no strikes. Got the GOAT, Jacob Beck, on camera tonight. Jacob Beck doing a really good job. Love having him on the camera work with us. Landon Eads on the call with me. And we've got Gage Hill, our producer this evening. Garrett Stearns a bit under the weather tonight, so he was unable to perform. Had to put him on the DL for a few days while he recovers. On the sports show with us last night, and I think he was sick of Samantha, so he's called in tonight, Gage. Can you imagine Samantha being out here in the cold, have to have her gloves? Well, she does pretty good during football season, though. I like giving her a hard time. 3 balls, no strikes. Halloran delivering to Cam Estep here in the top of the 3rd inning. Estep again 0 for 1 with a strikeout in his first plate appearance back in the 1st inning. 3-1 pitch hit hard down the left field line. That one's going to curve. It will get down. At least a double for Estep, being aggressive with a 3-0 count. A lot of times you'll see batters just automatically take one there. Estep did not. And he's on base because of it with a double to left field.
Yeah, nice job. Good patience there from Estep. Took 3 balls, found the pitch on the 4th pitch, and nice hit out to left field.
Trey Person now to the plate for the Red Hounds.
Yeah, if you're Halloran, you do not want to have runners on with Person coming up to the plate. 13 RBI already on this young season.
Halloran's got to dig in here and try to get out of this inning. Pitch comes inside, backs him off a bit of the plate. 1-0 count to Person, who is the most dangerous batter in the lineup for the Red Hounds. And with a guy like Estep who can get on base in front of him, always a chance for an RBI. The 1-0 pitch is hit hard, but up in the air, left side of the outfield and infield giving chase. Left fielder calls everybody off, and he'll make the grab. Good job there by Ruffner to come in and make the play. It'll end the inning. Another stranded for Corbin. 3 guys now left on base for the Red Hounds, but they do lead it 1-0 as we go to the bottom half of the 3rd inning in Richmond on WBON TV.
Since 1974, Linville Insurance has proudly served our community with values that stand the test of time. Family, integrity, and service. We lead with kindness, do what's right, help others, and stay informed so you can trust us with what matters most. As a proud Shepherd Insurance partner, we offer the strength of a large agency with the heart of a local one. From business to home, auto, farm, life, and employee benefits, we are your one-stop insurance advisor. Join the Linville Insurance family and experience the difference.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we make it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. Offering single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from surgical implant placement and restoration, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. And we now have the Cone Beam 3D technology for taking scans of the jaw. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Back to the action in Richmond. Do want to make a correction. It was actually Hicks who was the starting pitcher for Madison Central that made that catch in left field. They moved him over to left field after he left the pitcher's mound. So he was the one that made the catch to end the inning. Indians still trail it 1-0 as we go to the bottom half of the 3rd. It'll be Ward, Briner, and then Sizemore, the 8-9-1, to lead us off here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning of the Indians down 1-0.
Howie with that fly out. In his first at bat, he'll try to get something going, one of the more dangerous hitters for this Indians team.
First pitch, Ward takes it on the outside corner for strike one. Yeah, Hicks would be up fifth, or make that to Howie would be up fifth in the order should the Indians get there. Ward wearing number 9, playing in center field with Briner in the on-deck circle. Pitch up high, now 2-1. Glad to have you tuned in here on WBON TV. Appreciate all of our great sponsors. If you're tuning us in, go by and tell them thank you for allowing us to come out and showcase these great athletes here in the county. Interior Solutions by ICL, Jack Burford Chevrolet, CG Bank, so many great other sponsors, Nuevo Vallarta, Bishop Small Engine Repair. It's that time, Landon, got to get the lawnmower out. I've already had to weed eat once this weekend. I kind of put it off as long as I could, but had to get out there this weekend and knock down the weeds.
Yeah, got our yard mowed for the first time this week as well.
Pitch outside. We're on a count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Just as soon as we had to mow the yard, it seemed like snow came back.
Yeah. Do you cut the grass at home, or does Dad take care of that?
Actually, my brother does. He has a lawnmower business.
Yeah, you're right. I saw that on Facebook, actually. So full count, payoff pitch coming to Ward, leading things off. He'll go chopper up the middle. Going to be a bang-bang play at first, and they're going to say out at first. Man, a tough job by that second baseman. That was a bang-bang play. Ward hustling down the line, and he is out of there.
Ward, another one of those good young players for this team. Not many at-bats this year, getting a lot of his first experience at the varsity level here to start this season.
Brings up Luke Briner, the bottom of the order. He'll foul off the first pitch for an 0-1 count. Carson Sizemore back to the top of the lineup for Madison Central in the on-deck circle. Nothing in one with 1 down in the inning. Here's the wind-up and the pitch up high. Now a ball and a strike, and Briner thought he might have got clipped with that one. Kind of looking at his elbow pad, looked back at the umpire. They're going to say a ball and a strike.
Indians could use a break right now. Struggling to get runners on against Zachary.
Check swing. Did not offer. 2-1. Yeah, Central's only hit Jaggerham an infield single to the shortstop. Zach Turner immediately struck out behind him to end the second inning. That's the only hit thus far the Indians have. Pitch on the outside corner. Evens us up. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Luke Briner, definitely a guy capable for the Indians of getting going.
The 2-2 popped up and heading down the right field line, looking like it might stay in play. It will not as it hits the top of the dugout for the Red Hounds. Keeps the count even, 2-2.
Briner, another one of those experienced guys as a senior for the Indians. He's done a nice job so far at the catcher position. Had 8 hits last year for the Indians. He'll try to get another one right here to put some pressure on Zachary.
The 2-2. Taken up high at the chest. It'll run it full. 3 balls, 2 strikes with Sizemore waiting. And Central would love to get a guy on base as they go back to the top of the order. 1 down in the bottom of the third. A 3 ball, 2 strike, full count. And that one's offered at. Hit up in the air down the first base line and dropped. There were 3 guys there near the Corbin dugout. Nobody could make the catch, and new life for Briner.
Yeah, Broughton had the best shot at it there, the first baseman. He was just unable to get there in time.
So still a full count. Briner stays alive after fouling that one off. A good battle here between Briner and Malachi Zachary, who has 1 strikeout thus far.
Zachary weaned down there to tie his shoe. Now getting back up to throw the pitch on the full count.
Checks over, and then the 3-2 up high, ball 4. So a base on balls will put a runner on base for the Indians. And back to the top of the order is Sizemore, who flew out to center field to open the game up. And we're going to have a runner coming in, a courtesy runner for the catcher, Briner. And that will be Gavin Kinley.
Gavin Kinley, a great athlete on the football field as well.
A good wrestler. I mean, he again, one of those three-sport athletes. Expect a lot of him next football season for Madison Central. Got good speed. Indians going to use him as a runner here. And Zachary, something to pay attention to as Sizemore takes the first pitch outside, ball 1. One-0 count. Zachary checks on the runner at first. And the 1-0 pitch will hit and run action to the shortstop. He'll step on the bag for one, throw to the first baseman for out number 2. And a beautifully inning double play executed perfectly by the Red Hounds to end the 3rd inning. Still a 1-0 score in favor of the visitors here in Richmond. Red Hounds on top on WBON TV.
Founded by Kentuckians for Kentuckians, Whitaker Bank is a uniquely Kentucky bank committed to the communities it serves. At Whitaker Bank, you'll find personalized service, a dedication to excellence, and a genuine desire to help you achieve your financial goals. Visit us at any of our conveniently located branches or go to whitakerbank.com to learn how Whitaker Bank can serve you. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky.
Buying this boat was a total no-brainer.
Okay, I get it. You say no-brainer and the guy with no brain shows up?
I'm sorry, we meant our new boat.
For a new boat? You don't call me. You call State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is...
There?
I was gonna say that.
He's right. Your State Farm agent can help you choose the right coverage for your new boat and your RV. It's kind of a no-brainer. Easy decision.
All right.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
5, 6, 7 due up in the order for the Red Hounds. Jaden Broughton, Malachi Zachary, and Brett Eastep coming up for Corbin as they bat here in the top of the 4th inning on WBON TV. Landon Eads and Michael Watkins here with you, making our way through the action. And a beautiful night for baseball. Again, the temperature starting to dip a bit. It was 61 at first pitch, and as we come at you now here in the top of the 4th inning. And leading off, Broughton. It's now, if we can get the app to load, trying to figure out what the temperature is here, Landon. 56. We dropped 5 degrees already since first pitch. And Broughton was able to get on base. Person got aboard with a single to the shortstop. Broughton grounded out to second base, but the second baseman tried to start the double play. Ended up getting nobody out for the Indians. And Corbin eventually got Person in to score the only run of the ball game thus far.
Yeah, Broughton, another senior on this team, 2 for 10 coming into the night. At the plate. Good pitch there, good strike for Halloran.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Halloran trying to settle in here after pretty good start. Got 1 guy left on base in his first inning of action. This one's grounded deep into the hole at first base. They'll flip it over to Halloran, covering the bag for the first out.
Good hands there by Cook at first base. Got behind that one. Pitched it over to Halloran, like you said, covered first base.
Now batting number 6. So 1 down in the 4th as Malachi Zachary will come to the plate for the Red Hounds. The pitcher, the strikeout victim in his first at bat. Halloran with the delivery and a called strike 1. Hicks only went 2 innings, Landon, but he did strike out 5 batters.
Yeah, that's really impressive for just 2 innings.
Scratch that, 4 strikeouts in his 2 innings of action. Struck out Walters, struck out Zachary, Estep, and Brock. So, yeah, 4 of the 9 guys he faced, he struck out, but he did throw quite a bit of pitches in those first 2 innings. 1-1 count here to Zachary. Pitch up high, 2-1.
Harn's done a really nice job coming in here in his 2nd inning so far.
Yeah, definitely settling things down for Madison Central after Hicks. Again, he obviously did a good job. He limited the damage that was done, only allowed 1 inning to come across. But, you don't want to overdo things in the early portion of the season as you still try to figure out how good these arms are at the high school level. 2 balls, 2 strikes from Halloran. And pitch slow and away. It'll run things full. 3-2 count to the pitcher for the Red Hounds. 1 down here in the top of the 4th inning.
Talking about Zachary, not necessarily a huge threat you thought coming into the game, but he's been very good at his plate appearances so far. Really working the count.
That pitch hit hard into center field. And making the grab is Lucas Ward for the 2nd out of the inning. Yeah, both plate appearances for Zachary. Despite being 0-2, he has made the pitchers throw a lot of pitches. Did so there before flying out to center field. And now 2 down in the 4th inning. Coming up to the plate, Britt Estep, who got aboard with a walk in his first plate appearance.
And if you're Zachary and you're getting contact like that, they're going to go down eventually. Unable to get one so far, but a really impressive start for him at the plate, and obviously an impressive start for him on the mound.
1-0 count for Estep. Second baseman walked in his first time up. Halloran. Pitch. That one's popped up. Catcher giving chase. But if you're in the crowd, you want to watch out here as that one gets down.
Pop that one all the way up over the net there into foul play.
I get the crowd involved a bit.
Yeah, wake them up a little bit.
Maybe warm them up a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, the temperature really not the problem. It's the wind that's blowing here. That makes it feel a lot colder right now. It's a 1-1 count to Estep. As he awaits to the base is empty. That pitch down in the dirt. 2-1 now from Halloran as he delivers here in the 4th inning. Got a good defensive pitcher's battle thus far.
Brett Estep, also a guy that we've seen pitch 3 innings this season for the Hounds.
And that one going to be a mistake by Estep. He tried to bunt himself on base, popped it right up into the air where Briner was able to get out of his stance. And from behind home plate, able to make the grab for the 3rd out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th. The Indians still trying to find the bats. They down 1-0. We go to the bottom of the 4th on WBON TV.
Are you tired of living with the pain and discomfort that comes with getting older? If you're like me, then sometimes just getting up can be a challenge. At Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy in Richmond, their experts are here to help get you back in the game. Whether it's a sports injury, recovering from an accident, or just the aches and pains that come with age, they'll connect you with someone who can put together a personalized treatment plan and deliver long-lasting results. Visit osptky.com to get started, or go by and see former Madison Central graduate Heather Kleins.
At the Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, we have activities galore, including video games, bowling, pool, delicious food at Champions, plus karaoke and live entertainment 7 days a week. Enjoy the climate-controlled patio, watch NFL football, and your Kentucky Wildcats all season long. The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, just off exit 87 at 1025 Amberley Way in Richmond.
Glad to have you along on WBON TV. Michael Watkins, Landon Eads, our producer Gage Hill, our cameraman tonight Jacob Beck for our first high school baseball game broadcast of the 2026 season. We've got a good one thus far, a 1-0 lead for the Corbin Red Hounds over the Madison Central Indians. And the Indians trying to make some movement here. Second time through the order against Malachi Zachary. And Zachary thus far, pretty good start. Only one runner allowed on base, or two runners allowed on base. Ham with a base hit, Briner with a walk. Then he was able to get out of that jam with a inning double play. Richardson will call time before the first pitch of the bottom of the fourth inning as we battle it out here in Richmond.
Really important for the Indians here to stay calm. Unable to get on base a lot, but stay calm and wait for the pitch.
Richardson, little grounder, chopped over to the shortstop, and, man, another bang play at first. Coach Withers coming down the line. He thought that one might have been a safe call at first, but Richardson is called out. He's now 0 for 2 in the game, and both of his at-bats kind of grounder chop. That one kind of bounced up in the air at the last second to the shortstop. Good job by Estep to field it there.
Yeah, we've talked about him all night. He has been spectacular over there at shortstop, making those throws to first base on time and on target to get the Indians batters out. That's 2 or 3 we've seen go to him, and he's been able to make the play.
Howie now digs in for his second plate appearance. Indians down 1-0. Zachary with a windup, and the first pitch to Howie is down the first base line. Kind of a check swing, offered at it, and it hit the bat. Hard hit down the first base line, but foul. And an 0-1 count now to the Indian second baseman. Following up Howie, it'll be Cannon Cook, so a good chance here for Central to get some momentum going, some offense going here in the middle innings in the bottom of the fourth. The 0-1 delivery from Zachary. Down in the dirt, low and away, a ball and a strike.
Zachary was a little walk prone in that first game he pitched of the season, had 2 walks in that game.
Two and one the count now as Central works here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Howie trying to get somebody on base. You got Cannon Cook, the cleanup batter, in the on-deck circle. That one's hit hard into center field. Center fielder jumps up. Maybe not have had to kind of add the antics, but he did jump up and make the catch for the second out.
Man, the Indians have had several hits right out there to center field, and none of them have been able to get down so far. But like I said earlier, those hits will come. The ones that you're getting out of the field, getting out of the play.
Contact,
yeah, exactly. And even as a hitter, that gives you confidence. Even if you're getting out, if you can get good contact and you can feel it at the plate, like I said, those will eventually come as those hitters continue to make contact as we go on throughout the evening.
So now 2 down in the bottom of the fourth, and Zachary having a chat, trying to try to get his glasses cleaned off as Cannon Cook now comes to the plate for the Madison Central Indians. 2 down, nobody on for the cleanup batter. But as we talked about earlier, Landon, he does have the ability to tie this game up with one swing of the bat. A hard hit fly out to center field in his first plate appearance. Corbin manufactured that run in the second inning with Person coming in to score the only run of the game thus far. Pitch on the outside corner, a called strike to Cook as he falls behind 0-1.
Yeah, if you're Zachary, this is not the guy that you want to leave an off-speed pitch over the plate for. He will make you pay if you make that mistake.
Pitch up high in the zone. That one above the letters to even us out of the ball to strike. Hicks, who started the game as the pitcher for Madison Central, now moved over to left field, is in the on-deck circle. Cook awaits the 1-1. And that pitch, a called strike 2, right at the knees. And Cannon Cook is yet to offer. He's fallen behind 1 ball, 2 strikes. Zachary, the windup, and a strike 3 looking on Cook. That one caught the outside corner. Cook goes down looking. Zachary pitching very well for the Red Hounds, gets his second strikeout of the game. And the Red Hounds hold on to that 1-0 lead. We go to the 5th inning in Richmond on WBON TV.
Honor, integrity, excellence. When it comes to protecting your home, rely on the experts who have served our country. At VC Veterans Contracting, our mission is to make your home feel safe. Our customers constantly rate us 5 stars for our expertise and professionalism. Trust your roof to the veterans who served. Call VC Veterans Contracting today or scan the code on screen for a free quote. VC Veterans Contracting, your roof, our mission.
Kentucky weather is unpredictable. That's why everyone, even other local businesses, trust Madison HVAC.
Hey, it's Derek with Madison HVAC. We're here at Mann Chrysler, changing out a rooftop. It's been pretty cold. We're going to go inside and check in with Todd, who is the sales manager, and see if they're excited about getting new heat. They should have heat on this afternoon, and they would be more than happy for you all to come out and check them out, and they'll have a very nice warm lobby for you to hang out in.
Learn more at MadisonHVACR.com. Back on WBON TV, Halloran will stay in the game for the Indians in his third inning of action. He'll face Dallas Merida, Landon Walters, and Levi Brock, the 8, 9, and 1 parts of the lineup for the Corbin Redhound to hold on to a 1-0 lead. And going into the top half of inning number 5, Michael Watkins, Landon Eads here with you on the call. And Landon, we were talking about it in the commercial break. Central's been able to make contact. Only 2 strikeouts thus far for Zachary, but the Indians have been unable to put it into play. And there are pitchers like that. You've got some guys who are strikeout guys who will rack up the Ks, and you've got guys like Zachary who will force you to put the ball in play and rely on his defense. Zachary's done that, and his defense has stepped up to the tone of no runs thus far right now for the Madison Central Indians.
Yeah, it's been Merida in step most of the time for the Redhounds who have made the plays on the defensive side. Doing a really nice job not allowing the ball to get down in play and allow the Indians to get any base runners. If you're hollering here, though, I think these first 2 batters are very crucial. Yeah. You want to get the top of the bottom of the batter order out. Yes. Before you have to get to the top.
Chopper down the line at third. Coming in to throw over to first in time, so quick bang play for out number 1 as Merida is out to start the inning. Walter struck out his first time up. If you're Halloran, you wouldn't mind seeing another 1 pitch at bat here. Kind of ease your way into the top half of the order, and there you go. You might have it. Popped up, shortstop calls everybody off and makes the play. So 2 pitches, 2 out for Halloran, and that will bring Brock at the top of the order back to the plate.
Good job communicating from Sizemore to Turner out there. Called off the third baseman Turner and made the play. And that's crucial to a great defense on the baseball field. Communication, calling out the pop flies.
Halloran with the delivery now to Brock. That pitch inside, taken for a ball. So a 1-0 count to start things off. Back to the top of the order with Brock here with 2 outs and nobody on. Wind up from Halloran and the 1-0. That one hit into foul territory to even things up at a ball and a strike. Halloran gets the sign and the 1-1. Down in the dirt, but it came across the plate. Good job by the catcher there, Briner, to keep that one in front of him as well. It's a 1-ball, 2-strike count now, and Halloran trying to go 1-2-3 with it here. He will. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. A terrific inning from Halloran. He has come in and great 3 innings of work from the relief pitcher for the Indians. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Central still trying to find some offense, down 1-0 on WBON TV.
Pruitt & Sons Auctioneers have over 24 years experience in the auction industry. Whether you're selling real estate, personal property, or liquidating your assets, Pruitt & Sons can help take your property to auction and walk you through the process. Serving all over Central Kentucky, visit PruittAuctioneers.com. And remember, Angela Pruitt for all your real estate needs as well.
When life gets complicated, you need someone who understands. Since 2003, Blevins Law has navigated real estate closings, wills, estates, car accidents, and personal injury cases with care and clarity. If your family has experienced death or injury, make Blevins your first call.
Blevins Law.
Compassionate, reliable, real. Call 859-985-5410 to hire Blevins Law for the win. Office is located at 400 Richmond Road, North Berea, or search blevinslaw.net to contact them today.
Braxton Hicks, Jagger Ham, and Zach Turner will be the three guys due up for the Madison Central Indians here in the bottom half of the fifth inning on WBON TV. And we were just talking about Malachi Zachary for the Corbin Redhounds, the pitcher. Central has been unable to get anybody past first base. They've got a hit and a walk. Jagger Ham was stranded at first base when he got aboard, and then Briner, who walked and then was courtesy ran for by Gavin Kinley. He was thrown out at second base to start a 6-3 double play that ended the third inning for the Redhounds defensively. So Malachi Zachary's pitched very well for Corbin. He'll try to continue doing so as we go to the bottom of the fifth inning. And Hicks, who is on the hook for the loss at the moment for Madison Central, should the score remain intact, will lead things off.
If you're Coach Roof and this staff, you need your seniors to step up right here. 2 of the 3 that he'll be facing will be seniors. And the other one, a junior. Ham already got on base, the only Indian with a hit. So you need some success in this inning.
Malachi Zachary with the windup and the pitch down in the dirt to get us started for ball one. And if you're Central, you just want base runners right now. Try to just manufacture runs like Corbin did back in the third inning. They left 2 men on base in that inning alone, but they were able to at least get one of them across, and they lead by that 1 run at the moment. That pitch fouled off by Hicks, so a 1-1 count as we work here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Glad to have you tuned in. If you're staying at home, staying warm, and enjoying some good high school baseball, Madison Central and Corbin, each team 3-1 as Hicks delivers one into right center field. Right fielder will come over and make the play, and 1 down to start the inning.
Nice play by Person there in right field.
Now batting the DH, number 27, Jagger Ham.
Jagger Ham, the DH, the only hit of the game thus far for Madison Central. Zachary with the pitch, taken for strike 1.
That's so pivotal. Get that first pitch in the zone.
Yeah.
Get ahead in the count.
Was just getting ready to say, I feel like he's done a good job of getting ahead in the count early on against many of the guys he's faced. This one's into center field, and a good charge in by Dallas Morita to come in and make the catch. So 3 pitches and 2 outs for Zachary in this inning, as Zach Turner now comes to the plate. He struck out his first time up.
Steph and Morita have been the stars, along with Zachary, obviously, have been the stars for this Redhounds Corbin team.
Base is empty for Turner as Zachary delivers first pitch strike. There it is again.
Yeah, every time. Putting that first one in the zone. And putting some pressure on those Indians hitters while doing that.
Here's the 0-1. Pitch outside, a ball and a strike.
Trying to get Turner to chase there on the outside of the zone.
Got a 1-1 count. This one's popped up. Going to head back behind us here in the press box and puts the count in favor of Zachary, a ball and 2 strikes. Ward in the on-deck circle should the Indians advance that far. But Turner's got to get aboard for that to be an option. Zachary gets the sign, and the 1-2 is fouled back behind the plate. Still a ball and 2 strikes. 2 down in the bottom of the fifth inning as we work here in Richmond.
Turner felt like he had a pitch to swing at there. You could see the frustration after he was unable to connect cleanly on that one.
Zachary again with the pitch. This one, chopper over to second. Second baseman comes up, fields it cleanly, And the third out of the inning, Malachi Zachary continuing to deal for the Red Hounds. They lead 1-0. We go to the top of the sixth inning. Central starting to run out of time here in Richmond. 3 innings left, but still within striking distance, down 1-0 as we go to the sixth on WBON TV.
Gillum Sports Lounge isn't just a place for good food and hospitality. It's about gathering with family and friends, satisfying those taste buds, and cheering on your favorite team. You can't go wrong with one of their delicious burgers, salads, pizzas, or one of their many appetizers. Order online or stop in and see for yourself why Gillum Sports Lounge has been a staple in Richmond for almost 20 years. Located inside the Richmond Mall. Gillum Sports Lounge. Like them on Facebook to see more.
The holidays can stress even the best planners. Between travel, shopping, family, and everything else, you and your budget can get stretched thin fast. With CVMB checking powered by Bazing, you can make the most of the season. Score shopping discounts, save on travel, get roadside assistance, and even get paid up to 2 days early. All in one checking account that helps you make the most of the season. CVMB. Bank better.
Madison Central trailing it 1-0 as we go to the sixth inning and due up for the Red Hounds. At the top of the order, it's the 2, 3, 4 batters due up with Clay Botner, Cam Eastep, and Trey Person. A chance to inflict some more damage as Halloran, who came in relief of Hicks, remains in the game for Madison Central. He has pitched very well. And to this point, Landon, Halloran has not given up a hit. So we'll see if he can. Oh, scratch that. He has given up one hit, a double to left field by Eastep. But then immediately got out of that, Jim, with a fly out to left field by the next batter. He has been flawless ever since, and he'll continue to remain on the mound right now for Madison Central. Down 1-0. Halloran trying to keep it that way here in the sixth inning with Botner to lead things off.
Test of toughness here for Halloran as he will face the core of this lineup.
First pitch, called strike one. The 0-1 delivery, swung out and missed. Strike two, and that one was one of those excuse me swings. Did not mean to offer at. And the Indians pitcher with a good lead here. No balls, 2 strikes, 2.
We'll see how aggressive Halloran is here. We'll see if he can force the chase.
Clay Botner awaits. It's way up high that time. Might have gotten away from Halloran, and his hat comes off. Settles back in. Winds it up. And the 1-2. Strike 3 called. Another strikeout for Halloran. And the second consecutive strikeout for Botner.
Great job. Just a 4-pitch strikeout that time. Had the one mishap on the third pitch that went high. But nice response, put it right in the zone. Easy call for the umpire, right down the middle.
3 strikeouts for Halloran. Back-to-back strikeouts here. Ended the 5th with the strikeout of Brock and begins the 6th with the strikeout of Botner. And now it's Cam Eastep, who doubled to left field his last time up. He was one of the first guys that Halloran faced, who again loses his hat on the pitch attempt. On a first pitch strike to Cam Eastep. Here's the 0-1. Down in the dirt, a ball and a strike as Halloran delivers here in the 6th inning. Michael Watkins, Landon Eads, glad to have you with us here on WBON TV.
Like I said, getting colder out here. Going to be interesting to see how these players respond late in this ball game.
Yeah, another one down in the dirt, and we talked about it for Halloran, a relief pitcher. He's going into his 4th inning now of work. We'll see how long Coach Roof gives him of leeway before we see somebody starting to warm up for the Indians. Here's the 2-1 on the outside corner, a called strike 2. That'll even us up. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Big pitch there from Halloran to stay in this at bat. Don't get down 3-1, but instead 2-2.
Big pitch coming. The 2-2. Gets away from him, and again, down in the dirt. 3 pitches in the dirt in this at-bat against Cam Estep. So you again got to wonder if the Indians start to get the bullpen going.
Estep seeing the ball well in this at-bat. Hasn't swung at any of those 3 in the dirt.
Full count. Payoff pitch coming. Halloran with the wind-up and the delivery. Swung on and missed. Another strikeout for Halloran. Back-to-back strikeouts for him in this inning. 3 straight strikeouts dating back to the last inning. And now it's Person coming to the plate.
See if Person can get something going here for the Red Hounds.
And this young man has scored the only run of the game thus far. Batting with 2 down and nobody on base. Takes the first pitch out of the zone for ball 1.
Really been a theme for them all year. He's been their most effective batter this season.
Yeah, batting .714 coming into the game today. He'll offer it this one. Chopper down the line at third. Going to be hard for him to get to it. That one got past the third baseman. We'll call that one an error at the moment. We'll try to get the official call, but reached on an error.
Turner there unable to get to that one and make the throw. I think he kind of tried to pluck it as it came off the ground, but unable to make the play. And those are the type of plays that we've seen Corbin make. The Indians have missed on a couple of opportunities like that in this ball game.
Going to throw over. Now they get the runner caught in a pickle and trying to get him out here. Let's see if Person can get out of it. Falls down, gets out of the baseline, and he is going to be out of there. So that'll end the inning. Yeah, a little bit of confusion there, but the Indians get out of the inning because of the base running error. The error by the third baseman Turner does not come back to bite them. And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Central still down 1-0, but then plenty of reason to try to get something offensively going as we come back on WBON TV.
El Mejor Mexican Restaurant in the Old Richmond Mall is cooking up something special late nights every weekend from Thursday through Sunday. Come in to try authentico Mexican favorites like menudo, pozole, birria, and tacos, tortas, and quesadillas with legendary flavors like de asada, chorizo, carnitas, and el pastor. So hurry in to El Mejor Mexican Restaurant, where they will be open till midnight every Thursday through Sunday with drink and food specials.
Precision Gas Plumbing is affordable, fast, and reliable. A local fireplace dealer that offers gas, wood, or electric fireplaces, grills, outdoor heating options, and propane tanks. They also offer existing fireplace services, gas line installs, repairs, and propane delivery. Serving Madison, Fayette, Laurel, Rockcastle, Pulaski, and other surrounding counties. Trust Precision Gas Plumbing and stay warm and save money on your electric bill. Like them on Facebook or call 859-228-0077.
Back to the action on WBON TV. We go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Malachi Zachary will stay in the game for Corbin, and why not? He has pitched a well of a game for the Red Hounds. Thus far, just 1 hit, 2 runners allowed on base. Nobody has gotten past first base for Madison Central. He has kept them at bay. He'll try to keep that going as they bring to the plate Lucas Ward, Luke Briner, and Carson Sizemore, the 8, 9, and 1 part of the lineup for the Indians.
Coach Philpott got to be pleased with his young sophomore pitcher. Zachary here tonight. This is definitely the performance he was looking for out of his guy.
Zachary with the wind-up and the pitch. First pitch called strike to Ward, who's got good speed should he get on. Looked like he was going to try to bunt one down, pulled it back, and it's a called strike 1 to begin the AB. Did he go around there? They'll check down to first. He did. So strike 2 to Ward, and Coach Withers can't believe that they called that a strike. Nevertheless, it's now 0-2.
We've seen the Indians several times try to bunt on the first pitch and then switch that up as they go deeper into their bat.
This pitch fouled off near the plate, so it's now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Madison Central 3-1 on the season. Both these teams, 3 wins, 1 loss. Ryle, the only defeat of the Indians thus far. North Laurel defeated the Red Hounds last night. That's a big rivalry game there. 1 ball, 2 strikes as Ward awaits just his second at bat of the game. Chopped out to second base his first time up. This one high up in the zone, so evens the count up. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Indians in crucial need of a hit here to try to get some pressure and get their first run of the game to knock this one up.
Yeah, Zachary has been absolutely in control of this entire game thus far, but does fall behind now a full count after an 0-2 start. It's now 3 balls, 2 strikes to the Indians center fielder.
Looked like a good pitch there from Zachary, just low.
The payoff pitch now. That one down to the dirt, and the Indians have their base runner. Second walk of the game, third base runner of the game for Madison Central, and it'll be a leadoff walk, and those can usually come back to bite you.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, that may be the first time that a leadoff hitter of an inning has got on base for the Indians.
It is. Yeah, Ham's single came as the third batter of the inning, and the walk to Briner came as the second batter of the inning. So the leadoff man aboard for the first time tonight. And Zachary going to try to keep him over at first, keep him close enough as he throws one over on a pickoff attempt. Briner around the bunt. We'll try to sacrifice him over to second base. Zachary comes over to field it cleanly, and the sac bunt pays off. Now a runner in scoring position for Madison Central.
First time all day we've seen Zachary face this type of pressure, and we'll see how he responds coming up here against Sizemore.
Yeah, Sizemore back to the top of the order. That's with 1 on, runner in scoring position, 1 down. And this is a chance for the Indians to really take advantage of it here.
That was the goal if you're Steve Roof. Get your 9th hitter to bunt it out, get your guy a second before you can get to the top of the order and try to run in, get some runs for your squad.
Zachary checks the runner at second, pitch up high, and Zachary has not really had to work from the stretch much in this ball game. We'll see how that affects him now as he's not able to work from the windup.
We'll see how long Coach Philpott gives him as well.
Yeah. Got a 1-0 count here to Sizemore. Zachary gets the sign, glances back at the runner at second. And the 1-0 pitch is delivered into center field. This might be deep enough to drive the runner to third. They'll send him as the good play by Morita in center field makes the catch for the second out. But now that tying run just 90 feet away, and Will Richardson is the batter.
And that's the guy, if you're Steve Roof, that you want at the plate in this position. Your most consistent hitter at the plate and your most experienced hitter at the plate.
Yeah, Richardson's got to put one in play here, though, to tie us up. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Both times he has grounded out over to second base. Zachary back into the windup. Delivers a pitch on the outside corner for a called strike 1. He's able to go back to the windup with the runner in front of him at third base.
Richardson had 8 RBIs in last year's campaign. Try to get one here.
Fouls it off, so 0-2 now. It'll be a big at-bat for Will Richardson. Trying to tie things up. The senior with an 0-2 count. Outside, Zachary trying to get him to chase. Richardson doesn't offer at it, and we'll have a 1-ball, 2-strike count with Tyler Howie in the on-deck circle, the former GRC Cardinal, now wearing the red, white, and blue of the Indians as Richardson fouls this one off again, and it's now still going to remain a 1-ball, 2-strike count.
Good job by Richardson, though.
Yeah, staying alive.
Really making the sophomore work for it.
Zachary settles in, the wind-up, and the 1-2 is hit hard up the middle. That will be a base hit, and an RBI to tie us up at 1. Will Richardson delivers, and the Indians finally on the board. It took us to the bottom of the 6th with 2 out before Madison Central could do it. But Will Richardson gets the RBI, and we are tied up at 1.
Talked about the experience of Richardson, and it showed right there. Got down early in the at-bat, got down 0-2, but continued to fight and hit a ground ball right up the middle for an RBI.
Pitch up high, ball 1. Now to Tyler Howie. Again, last year playing for GRC, he was 27 of 84 at the plate, 15 RBI, 8 doubles, and he also walked 9 times, a .321 hitting average. He'll hit this one down the right field line. Right fielder giving chase, backing up to the warning track, and making the catch to end the inning. We got a good one thus far. Going to the 7th, Indians and the Red Hounds tied at 1 on WBON TV.
While you were stuck inside during the ice storm, did you start to hate your flooring? Were you thinking of making some changes to the inside of your home? Interior Solutions by ICL can help. Now open in Richmond, they can take your home or any other space and take it to the next level. From flooring, bathrooms, kitchens, you name it, they have the solution. Located at 124 Green Circle in Richmond, shop online at InteriorSolutionsByICL.com or follow them on Facebook.
Looking for the best place around to buy and sell your gold? You found it with Planet Pawn at 425 Richmond Road North, the only building in Berea with a gold roof. Whether you're buying or selling, go see Clint, Shane, and the guys at Planet Pawn. They buy anything of value. Need quick cash? Bring in your items and get paid today. Looking for value? You'll find it here at Planet Pawn. Planet Pawn under the gold roof at 425 Richmond Road North, Berea. Cash when you need it and deals every day.
Brody Bowling will come into the game now for Madison Central as the Indians make the change at pitcher once again. Yeah, sophomore wearing number 28, and he'll come in. You got a different number for him?
I believe he's a junior. Brody Bowling.
This is last year. Yeah, he is a junior. Yeah, you're right. This is the last year's roster. They could tell by the way Landon was bad as a bone. Listen, that's one thing about me in baseball. I like to sing, man. I can't help it. Get out here and get the...
Yeah, I'm going to offer you up for the national anthem next time we come back and call a game.
They can afford me or not. So going into the top of the 7th, Jaden Broughton bats for the Cardinals.
Junior to junior now as Holleran gives the mound to Bowling.
Man, that's a great effort over at second base by Howie. Gets the out, and there's one down in the top of the 7th inning.
Now batting number 6, Zachary.
It's a big first one there for Bowling. Kind of get your feet wet and get comfortable on the mound.
Yeah, Malachi Zachary now comes to the plate for the Red Hounds. Takes the first pitch for ball 1. Brett Eastep in the on-deck circle for Corbin, then Dallas Merida. Pitch up high, 2 balls, no strikes.
A little bit of a different release point for Bowling. Kind of comes out on the side when he lets it go on the mound.
Yeah, and those guys, and that can affect the batters as well. When you're used to seeing it come from the top, the more of the sidearm pitchers can start to kind of mess with your viewpoint, and that is an adjustment as a batter you have to make. 2-1 the count to Zachary, who has pitched an excellent game himself, but he is 0-2 with a pair of strikeouts at the dish. He'll take one outside, 3-1 now the count.
Wait, both of the first 2 at-bats have been full counts, just 1 strike away from another full count.
And he'll get it. There it is. Strike two and a full count now for Malachi Zachary. He did not like the call. The umpire calls it strike two and a payoff pitch coming from Bowling. Swung on and missed, and Zachary down for the second out of the inning. Another Madison Central strikeout. Bowling, Halloran, and Hicks have all done a really good job of striking out batters tonight. This has been an excellent ball game, tied at 1 with 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning.
Big time pitch there from Bowling. Went right at Zachary and got the strikeout.
Brett Estep now the batter. That pitch taken for strike 1.
Good job so far from Bowling through 2 batters.
You got the ground out and the strikeout, and it's going to be a strike 2. So 0-2 count to Brett Estep, who has walked, and he tried to bunt his last time at the plate, bunted it up in the air, and the catcher caught it for Madison Central. So an 0-2 count, looking to go outside, and that one will hit him. So a hit by pitch. The catcher Sizemore set up outside. Bowling came inside with the pitch, and for the second time tonight, Brett Estep is aboard. Got a walk and a hit by pitch, so not your most conceivable way of getting on base, but on base nevertheless. With 2 down in the inning and a tie ball game at 1 apiece, it'll be Merida now batting for the Red Hounds.
At a 1-1 game, you'll take them how you can get them. Doesn't matter how they get on base. If you can get some base runners, you'll take it if you're Coach Roof or Coach Philpott.
Pitch gets away from the catcher, and now for Corbin, a runner in scoring position if Merida can take advantage of it. Today, he has the only RBI of the game. He was forced out, or he grounded out to the third baseman who, when the bases were loaded, that drove in Person back in the second inning for the only run of the game for Corbin thus far.
Bowling was doing such a nice job, and now these last couple of pitches have kind of let it get away from him. Got to dial it back in here.
Got a 2-0 count. Merida chops after this one, and it fouled off behind him. So, yeah, 1 ball, 2 strikes to the center fielder for the Red Hounds. Landon Walters, the number 9 batter in the order for Corbin in the on-deck circle, as now Briner will go out and have a chat with his pitcher.
Yeah, probably just a conversation trying to calm his guy down after a couple of mishaps on the mound. Sometimes just a conversation like that can change the whole mindset of a pitcher and get them back locked in.
Browner heads back behind the plate. 1-2 the count.
Big pitch with 2 outs here for the Indians.
Bowling checks on the runner and comes home with the pitch, low and away to even us up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Another one out of the zone. That'll run it full.
That one was just high. Looked like a pretty good pitch there from Bowling, just up and out of the zone.
Payoff pitch. Strike 3. Ring him up. Beautiful pitch from Bowling. Merida thought it was ball 4. He was about to walk down the line, and the home plate umpire rings him up. Second strikeout for Bowling of the inning, and the Indians keep the score at a 1-1 tie. We go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Central will send to the plate Cannon Cook, Braxton Hicks, and Jagger Ham. The 4, 5, and 6 batters, the heart of the order, on the way to the plate when we come back on WBON TV.
It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At Amco Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at Amco, the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And Amco has a longer warranty. Come see us at Amco Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MCO.
When it comes to auto service, two things are important: experience and hometown service. Hall & Sons Auto Care is starting their 20th year in business in Richmond. That's 20 years locally owned and operated. Hall & Sons Auto Care can take care of you from preventative maintenance to major engine repair. Hall & Sons Auto Care is also carrying BW towing products as well as rough country suspension and lift kits. Give us a chance to be your auto repair shop. Visit us at 209 North Keeneland Drive in Richmond.
We go to the bottom half of the 7th inning on WBON TV, and a good one throughout as Malachi Zachary remains on the mound for the Corbin Redhounds, and Cannon Cook will lead off for the Madison Central Indians in the bottom half of the 7th inning.
Seen several first pitch swings from Cook on his at-bats. We'll see if he repeats that here.
Cook thus far 0 for 2. He flew out the center field and struck out his last at-bat. He awaits here to begin things in the 7th inning. Calls time before the pitch. Hey, guys, do you flip the lights on for us? Another time called, and the assistant coach is going to come out and fix the back strap for Levi Brock, the catcher for Corbin. Central's 3 wins, a 12-2 victory over Rockcastle County. That was last night. And they got victories over Eastern 5-4 and 8-3 over St. Henry. Their only loss came against Ryle, a 3-2 loss back on Saturday over the weekend.
Their scores this season are really a testament to how good Zachary's been tonight. They put up numbers, but unable to get only one run in so far tonight.
Yeah, averaging around 8 runs a game thus far. A little bit over 7. Pitch down in the dirt for Zachary, and Cook
hit the umpire there as he shakes it off.
Yeah, hit him in the spot you don't want to be hit. Ball on a strike is the count for Cannon Cook. He was talking to Coach Roof before the game, and, he's talked about how the game has changed a lot. It really has. I mean, this is definitely not the same, type of baseball when he began the coaching. It's changed over the last, really since COVID. The pandemic changed a lot of things, but baseball, high school baseball itself, and just high school sports in general. We're talking about, at the college level, the day and age of the NIL and the transfer portal. And while it's not legal, I don't think, yet NIL in Kentucky, the transfer portal is wide open. We've seen that over the years. I remember a few years ago there was a kid that played running back at Bryan Station, and then less than a month later was playing guard for GRC in basketball. That's just kind of where we're at in the day and age of high school sports as well. And college sports don't even get me started on that. It would take all day to kind of go into the transfer portal and all the things it has to do with collegiate sports.
Yeah, you just have to adjust. If you're going to coach in this day and age, you're going to have to make the adjustments to be the best you can possibly be.
Man, Cook rung up. Second straight strikeout for the cleanup batter for the Indians, and now one down in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Now batting the left fielder, number 25, Braxton Hicks.
Brings up Hicks, who has flown out to right field both times he's been in the batter's box. Bats here with one down in the 7th. Nobody on. And Hicks grounder down the third base line. That's a fair ball. That'll at least be a double for Hicks as he rounds first, heads for second. This could be a bang-bang play, and he is safe.
How about that? Hicks showing off the wheels, and you see the excitement from him there on second base.
Yeah, that one was close. A great job by the left fielder to get that one back in to his second baseman. And I don't think the second baseman realized how close Hicks was to him. If he turned around and just lays the tag in, it's an out. Instead, Indians are in business with a runner in scoring position, and we might see a pitching change here for the Redhounds. Corbin's coach coming to the mound, and Zachary, who has been so good all night long, is going to see his game, I believe, come to an end. He will head out. We'll have a new pitcher coming in for the Redhounds. We're tied at 1, but the Indians are threatening, runner in scoring position. We'll take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back on WBON TV.
Cars of Kentucky is a proud sponsor of Eastern Kentucky University Athletics. In Richmond, we bleed maroon. Go Colonels. And when you're ready for your next pre-owned automobile, swing on over to Cars of Kentucky. Cars of Kentucky has vehicles starting at $3,000 and up, so we literally have something for every budget. 356 Big Hill Avenue in Richmond, or check them out, carsofkentucky.com. Let's go Colonels.
Cars break down. Tires go flat. Check engine lights show up at the worst possible time. Don't break the bank fixing your car when ABR Auto Recyclers has you covered. They have good used tires, a huge selection of parts, and they can get a large selection of aftermarket parts shipped overnight. They're just a quick drive down 4 Mile, and you can't miss them on Box Ankle Road. You can save 50 to 75% off retail prices. Go see Scott and the gang or check them out online at abrautorecyclers.net.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair. Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience. We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Co-Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now still in our Georgetown store.
Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come.
And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
You know what they say. Every great season starts with a strong lineup. Neat agility, the Trailblazer cuts through traffic like a wide receiver in the red zone. Power, the Silverado handles work and tailgates like a linebacker on a mission. And if you're ready to go electric, the Equinox EV has the range to go all the way. No matter your game plan, Jack Burford Chevrolet has the vehicle that suits your drive. Stop in, suit up, and let's kick off your next adventure.
A lot of shifting parts for the Red Hounds as the new pitcher, Cam Estep, moves over from shortstop. His brother, Brett, takes over at shortstop from second base, and Carson Taylor now is your second baseman for Corbin. As coming to the plate for Madison Central, we have a Jagger Ham coming to dig in for the Indians. Braxton Hicks is in scoring position at second base. Indians trying to take the lead here late in the game in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Pitch low and inside, ball 1. As Corbin tries to keep this tie game intact.
Estep with an identical ERA to Zachary, both 4.67 coming into the game tonight.
Checks on the runner, and the 1-0 swung on by Ham. Might have been fouled off. It's a strike either way. 1 ball and 1 strike is the count. Ham, an infield single to the shortstop in his first plate appearance, flew out to center field his last time up. A fly out here would maybe advance Hicks over to third as Ham fouls it off again to fall behind a ball and 2 strikes. Zach Turner in the on-deck circle for Madison Central. Hicks at second base after that 1-out double down the left field line. Estep checks the runner and comes with the pitch. Down to the dirt, 2-2. And Landon Hicks has got enough speed where if Ham can just get one in the outfield here, would give the Indians the lead in the 7th inning.
Yeah, if you're Coach Roof, that's probably what you're looking for. Just a pop fly out to center field or right field or left field, preferably center field or right field to give Hicks the best chance for Ham.
The 2-2. Ham delivers this one down into left field. The shortstop could not handle it. It falls down. It does prevent Hicks from advancing. However, the Indians have now 2 aboard after an error on the shortstop.
Yeah, we were talking about the communication earlier there. Right there, you kind of a lack of communication. Didn't see someone call out the ball, and it caused a mistake for the Red Hounds.
So now it's Zach Turner, 0 for 2, or 0 for 1 with a walk. Let's scratch that. He is 0 for 2. Struck out and then grounded out to the second baseman his second time at the plate. That's here with a chance to change all of that again. A base hit into the outfield most likely drives in Hicks with the speed he's got. And Turner, a hard hit ball into right center. Center fielder backing up. He'll make the catch. Hicks will tag up to third and able to advance. So Central with now runners at the corners. And it's Lucas Ward coming to the plate.
Big moment here for Lucas Ward in this ball game, and a game that it's been hard pressed for both either of these teams to get a lot of things going offensively. A chance to put in a run or two if he can make a nice hit on the ball.
2 on, 2 out for Ward, who walked his last time up. First pitch, taken for a strike. And again, these Corbin pitchers, they are so good at getting ahead early on. A 1 count to Ward. Grounded out to second base and walked in his 2 plate appearances thus far, officially 0 for 1 in the ball game. Pitcher checks on the third base runner. And this one's fouled off down the first base line. An 0-2 count now with Landon Ward. Or Lucas Ward, excuse me.
Good looking contact there. Just a little weight to that ball.
Ward calls time. Who'd want the name Landon anyway?
Pretty good name.
It's up there. It's up there. We got a 0-2 count to Ward. Runner takes off, pitches high. And of course, Corbin not really worried about the base runner at the time. They are just focusing on the guy at the plate. And Lucas Ward now with a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Central crowd coming to life, trying to warm themselves up in a 1-2 delivery. Ward fouled it off again, staying alive. 1-2 remains the count. Ham at second, Hicks at third. Indians and the Red Hounds knotted up at 1 apiece in the bottom half of the 7th inning.
Ward looking comfortable in the box. We'll see if he can step up and make a big swing and get good contact for the Indians to try to ring in a run.
He stepped, checks the runner at third. The pitch fouled off again. Man, Ward not going down without a fight. A base hit here might drive in too.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of room down that left field line.
Yeah, definitely the outfielder slanted over to the right. So if he can hook one in there, it'll be trouble for the Red Hounds.
The 1-2. Did he offer at it? They checked down. He did not, and that'll even the count at 2. That one was close.
Very close. Looked from our angle like he went.
Yeah. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Deep breath from Ward after that swing.
He stepped, taking his time. Looks back at the runner at second. I don't know if he even knew the runner was at second. Looked as if he was confused on how he even got there. Here's the pitch, the 2-2 up high. We've got a full count now to Ward. He walked his last time up. And with Luke Briner in the on-deck circle, Ward now faces a full count again. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 men on in scoring position.
Long at bat here. We'll see which party can get the better of it.
Strike 3. Ward goes down looking on a pitch that was low and away, but just enough to get the strike 3 call. Indians miss a golden opportunity with the game still tied at 1. We go to the 8th on WBON TV.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Back at the action here on WBON TV in a dramatic field ball game thus far. 1 run in the second inning for the Corbin Redhounds, 1 run in the 6th inning for Madison Central. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Indians trying to keep this, make it the top of the 8th, right? Yeah, top of the 8th inning, excuse me. Well, the top of the 8th, the Indians trying to keep it at a 1-1 tie as the Redhounds send number 11, Landon Walters, to the plate to begin things here in this 8th inning. Walters 0 for 2 is struck out in a pop-up to the shortstop in his 2 plate appearances. Bowling remains in the game. This one grounded hard down the third base line. Long throw over, not going to be in time, and it gets away from the first baseman. Indians there to back him up to hold the runner at first.
That's just a tough throw for Turner there. All the way at third base. When I make that throw to first base, just a little low. Cook couldn't handle it. That's a big runner for the Redhounds there as they get to the top of the order.
And I tell you what, absolutely tremendous camera work there from Jacob Beck. You know, he'd make me look good on camera, Gage. You believe that? Got the power, man. Runner on for the Redhounds. Top of the order now up as the ball bunted away, and it'll be a strike to Levi Brock.
Brody Bowen composing himself here as he steps up for a big at-bat here against Brock.
0-1 count to Brock. Throw over to first to keep the runner at bay.
Nice pitch there by Bowling. Puts in a strike. Bowling checking over to first base on Walters. Thought about a throw to first before rethinking and resetting on the mound. Bowling trying not to allow Walters to steal over there and allow the Redhounds to get a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, got time called as the catcher looks over at the dugout. Try to make sure everybody's on the same page. I believe Briner.
Once again, huge slant over in the outfield to the right side for the Indians. A lot of room on the west side of the field for Brock.
That one's hit hard back to the first baseman, Cook. He'll make the play for out number 1.
Nice job by Cook. But that does get Walters in scoring position for the Redhounds.
Brings up Clay Botner, who struck out twice tonight. And he also flew out to center field. So 0 for 3 is Botner. Third baseman for the Redhounds. Bowling checks on the runner at second. And the pitch. On the outside corner, a called strike.
Nice pitch to get ahead there for Bowling. Checks on Walters before delivering a second strike to Botner. Nice job by Brody Bowling at the plate here. Or on the mound, excuse me.
So 0-2 the count. As the pitch comes in, and that one's fouled off.
Bowling trying to get the punch out. Put it over the zone. Nice contact there by Botner, though, to stay alive in the at-bat.
Bowling checks the runner at second. And comes with the pitch. 2-2. Two balls, two strikes to Botner. Bowling checks the runner. And that one's hit hard right to the second baseman. Couldn't field it cleanly. Still able to hop up, though, and throw the runner out at first.
Nice job. I believe that was Howie over there. Bobbled it at first, but composed himself, grabbed the ball, and threw it to Cook for the easy out. Had plenty of time and made a nice play. Coach Roof will come out.
They're going to talk to his pitcher. We may see another pitching change for the Indians. I believe we are. Coach Roof talking with Bowling. Again, just want to try to make sure they approach this at-bat with E-step the right way. May not make an official change here, but just want to make sure that they go against or how to attack the batter. E-step today is 1 for 3. Struck out twice and doubled to left field.
And a guy that came in batting .500. So Indians have done a nice job keeping him at base so far in this game. It does appear like Bowling will stay on the mound. He'll try to get another strikeout or another out to send this into the ninth, or to the bottom of the eighth for the Indians.
And here's the thing, too. In the on-deck circle was Trey Person. So that puts even more pressure to get this out. You do not want Person to come up with a chance to really do some damage to you.
Yeah, and that was probably the talk that Coach Roof just had with Brody Bowling. Huge at-bat here for both of these teams.
First pitch, taken outside, ball 1. This one fouled off to even us up at a ball and a strike. Top of the 8th inning in a tie ball game. 1-1 score. Madison Central and Corbin duking it out here in a really good ball game in the early part of the season.
You know, the Indians showing tonight that they have great depth at the pitching spot.
Yeah.
3 different pitchers. All 3 have came in and been productive for Coach Roof.
And different styles, too. All 3 guys have done something different, which also gives a lot of credit to Briner behind the plate and how he's caught the guys.
Yeah.
2-1 count. That pitch, a called strike on the outside corner. The batter, E-step, did not like the call.
Definitely close. That would have been on the left side of the plate.
Nods his head and is ready for the 2-2 delivery. Fouled off. Good job by E-step to stay alive. 90 feet away is the go-ahead runner here in the 8th inning for the Corbin Redhounds.
Still 2-2. We'll see if Bowling will try to get E-step to chase.
And that one taken out of the zone to run the count full. So a big payoff pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. A full count for Cam E-step. Big pitch for Bowling. That one's hit into the outfield, a base hit, and an RBI for E-step as he gives the Redhounds the lead in the 8th inning.
Great job by the senior E-step. Worked the at-bat, made Bowling work hard for the out, waited for the right pitch, and nice hit right over the middle.
Drives in the go-ahead run for Corbin, and now it's Trey Person, who is a threat himself. The cleanup batter for the Redhounds takes a first pitch strike.
E-step still second there. That throw just
they're going to call him out. They're going to call him out. So the home plate umpire, they're going to call interference as the runner trying to advance to second called out. And we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Madison Central now down 2-1. We'll see if they can pull it out when we come back on WBON TV.
You've heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com.
We all have dreams. For some, it might be playing professional baseball like Keenan Wiley, former Madison Central baseball player, did. For others, maybe it's just dreaming of your forever home. Well, after a career of playing the game that he loved, now Keenan has another dream, helping you find that dream home. Check out the new development at Crutcher Pike Estates here in Richmond. Like Keenan Wiley Real Estate on Facebook, and let Keenan help guide you through the process of finding your dream home in Central Kentucky. Madison Central will send Luke Briner, Carson Sizemore, and Will Richardson to the plate to try to, once again, claw from behind. Now down 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Same part of the order due up for Central that was due up for Corbin in the last half inning when they scored their run to take the lead. Indians trying to answer now. It'll be Briner, who is 0 for 1, or actually, he's officially doesn't have an at-bat, a sacrifice bunt and a walk. Sizemore, who has flown out to center field, grounded into a double play, and flew out to center field. And then Will Richardson, who has chopped out the shortstop twice and drove in the only run of the game for Madison Central with an RBI single to center field. See if Briner can get on base and try to give some life to the Indians, who once again trail it by 1. 2-1, we go to the bottom of the 8th. Landon Eads and Michael Watkins here with you as the temperature continues to drop here on a Tuesday night in Richmond. Landon, Central trying to get something going offensively yet again.
Yeah, absolutely. Briner, although he's batting 9th in the order, has shown the ability to make good hits on the ball, good contact on the ball, and one of the more experienced hitters dating back to last year for the Indians as well.
It was 61 degrees at first pitch. Now apparently feels like 51. So we've dropped 10 degrees in that aspect. Pitch delivered and popped up. Center fielder coming in, and he'll make the play for out number 1. And the Indians with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Once again, Merida doing a nice job in that outfield, tracking the ball and making the play.
Eastep, since coming in, has pitched pretty well for the Red Hounds.
See if Sizemore can get something going. He's been unable to so far.
Yeah, Cam now on the hook for the win after he actually drove in that go-ahead run in the last half inning. Out there doing his thing on the mound with a pitch up high to Carson Sizemore.
He's been all around for them, even great at shortstop early in this game.
This one hit right back to him. He'll try to get the out at first, unable to do so. Sizemore going to take off for second base. Nobody backing up the first baseman. And the Indians in business with a runner in scoring position, and it's Will Richardson back up at the plate.
That is just great awareness by the sophomore Carson Sizemore there. Saw that the pitch was offline, turned to the corner, and got to second base and in scoring position with your most reliable hitter coming up for the Indians.
Yeah, error on the pitcher there as Eastep should have just ate it. A couple of different times tried to pick it up and cost himself a base, with now Sizemore in scoring position at second, and the Indians threatening to tie us up yet again.
Jinxed him there, just talking about how good he had been, and then he has an error there on the plate.
It was Richardson that drove in the only run of the game for Madison Central, trying to do it again. He'll square around to bunt and foul it off. I think it goes to show you again what kind of player and what kind of young man Will Richardson is. He is a team guy all around. When a chance where you know he would love to drive in that run yet again, Coach Roof says we need you to bunt, tries to do it there on that first pitch. We'll see if they go with that call yet again.
Yeah, Richardson just a winner in everything he does.
He does square around a bunt, gets this one down. It's going to be a tough play. Third baseman coming in, and he will not be able to make a throw.
There you go. You play unselfish, and you get rewarded for it. Thought it was a sacrifice bunt just to get a guy from second to third. Instead, Will Richardson gets a hit out of it, and now runners on the corners for the Indians. That was a perfectly placed bunt for Will Richardson.
And now it's Tyler Howie, the transfer from GRC, who has made contact every time at the plate. He has flown out to right field twice and to center field once. A fly out to either of those spots here ties us up at 2. But I would think Howie's got more on his mind than just that. He step, checks the runners, comes home with a pitch up high for ball 1.
Good eye there from Howie. E-step resets on the plate, and the catcher will come out. Actually, the infield will come in, have a conversation. I believe they might be having a pitching change here.
Let's see if they make the switch. Coach comes out, maybe just having a discussion as Central did with their pitcher in the last half inning. We'll try to set something up here, maybe a particular call to make sure that you get the out.
Yeah, Roof having a meeting with his guys over there around third base. Both teams trying to get that oh-so-important 4th win as we start the season. Just a confidence builder as we go in to deeper play this season.
So Howie digs back in at the plate. Got a 1-0 count in his favor. Runners at the corners with speed all over. One into the gap here might give the Indians the lead. They throw over to first, so Richardson just does get back in time.
Yeah, the dugout of Corbin not too pleased with that one. They thought they had him out.
E-step checks the runners. Richardson does take off. Ball gets away, but it comes right back to the catcher, immediately off the backstop and back to the catcher. And Corbin catches a break there, but it does allow Richardson, who I think would have been safe either way, to advance up to second base. And now a base hit would give the Indians the lead. But, Landon, they had this same situation the last inning, in the bottom of the 7th inning, and were unable to drive in any runs.
Yeah, now you have Howie at the plate, though.
Yeah.
A much more reliable hitter than what you had last time at the plate.
And a much more favorable count. It's now 3 balls, no strikes, and we'll see if he's got the go-ahead to swing on a 3-0. E-step gets the sign, the 3-0 pitch, and that one's taken for a strike. Now a little bit more added pressure to Howie, who's batting with 3 balls, 1 strike, but would love to kind of stake his claim and make his name known to Madison Central baseball fans. The pitch up high, ball 4, and the bases are loaded for the Indians. And it's Connor Cook coming to the plate, and he struck out his last at-bat, has actually struck out his last 2 at-bats, but he was very upset with himself his last time at the plate.
Yeah, Cannon Cook, an extremely dangerous hitter, probably the second most consistent hitter behind Will Richardson, and not the guy you want to see at the plate inside the box if you're Coach Philpott.
First pitch up high to Cook. A walk ties the game and would bring Braxton Hicks to the plate, who's doubled and scored the only run of the game for the Indians. E-step with the 1-0. Cook takes. That'll even things up at a ball and a strike. The one thing you can't have here is a double play. Corbin's already turned 1 in this game.
Yeah, you really want to get under that ball here if you're Cook, no matter what. Don't want to hit a grounder to second.
Ball low and away, 2-1 the count.
It's that wide power stance from Cook as he stands at the plate.
Look, he's flown out to center field and struck out twice this evening. Takes one here outside. It's now 3 balls, 1 strike, and E-step has got to bring one over the plate. Cook knows it. The base runners know it. Everybody in the stands knows it. A big pitch coming up for E-step. The 3-1. Cook hits it hard into right field. That one should tie us up as the right fielder makes the catch. And the run comes in to tie the game. Richardson to third, an RBI sac fly for Connor Cook. And the Indians still with 2 men in scoring position.
Yeah, nice contact there from Cannon Cook. And when he hits the ball, it just sounds different than the rest of the hitters on the field. He just has immense power. And that's, like I said, unable to get one down, but a huge RBI. And sets up a tie ball game here in the 8th.
Braxton Hicks a chance to be the hero as he takes the first pitch, strike on the corner. 2-2 score in the bottom of the 8th inning, and Braxton Hicks, the guy from Madison Central. Swings away here, falls behind 0-2, and didn't really seem like he had all on that swing, Landon, as he falls behind even further in the count. 0-2. E-step delivers. That pitch fouled off into the dugout of the Indians. Hicks, the number 5 batter in the lineup, has flown out to right field twice and doubled down the left field line, scored one of the 2 runs for Madison Central. That pitch low and away, 1-2 the count.
Good eye there from Hicks.
Richardson at third, Howie at second, as the Indians would love to see Hicks put one in a gap somewhere. The 1-2 pitch up high, and that one almost got away. Great effort there by the catcher, Brock, to keep that one from getting away and the run coming in to give the Indians the lead.
Nice job by Hicks here. Was down 0-2. Now it's came back to a 2-2 count.
Big pitch for E-step. The 2-2. Hicks pops it up in the infield. Playable. Catcher Brock watches it go over, and that one actually hits on top of us. So Indians catch a break, as does Hicks, who has more life, and still a 2-2 count. Go ahead run 90 feet away. An insurance run at second base. Indians with Braxton Hicks at the plate, who would love to give himself a couple of RBIs here. Still 2-2. E-step with the pitch. And Hicks puts it in play in the left field. Left fielder backing up, and they'll win the inning. Central, 2 consecutive innings, stranding a pair of runners on base. But they are able to tie it up as we go to the 9th inning. Tied at 2 on WBON TV.
Hey! Oh my gosh, your husband is so hot. I know. No, like really hot. I know.
We've got to call Joseph's Heating and Air.
Is your AC unit not cooling? Call Joseph's Heating and Air. Your experts in fast, reliable AC maintenance and repair. They'll keep you cool when it matters most. Proudly serving Richmond, Lexington, and surrounding areas. Don't sweat it. Call Joseph's Heating and Air.
Hi, I'm Gwen from Gwen's Fine Jewelers, and we would love to invite you into our family-owned business.
Select from our beautiful Valina designs, Carissa designs, or we can custom design your dream ring.
Gwen's Fine Jewelers is your exclusive Kendra Scott boutique in Richmond.
Special financing options available, on-site jewelry repair, and layaway.
Find your dream ring at Gwen's. Gwen's Fine Jewelers, where dreams come true.
Back here on WBON TV, special thanks to all of our great sponsors like Blevins Law. Be sure to check them out online. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Be sure to go over and like their Facebook page. How about Joseph Heating and Cooling? You can also like them on Facebook as well. Would love to have some heat up here in the press box right now. But there has been a lot of heat out on the field. A dramatic game throughout with basically a one-run game the entire way. Now once again knotted up at 2 as Madison Central and Corbin each score 1 run in the 8th. We go to the 9th, and Bowling remains in the game for the Indians.
Yeah, huge inning here for Bowling. Has been solid so far. We'll try to continue that here in the 9th.
It'll be Person back at the plate to lead things off for the Red Hounds, followed up by Jaden Broughton and Malachi Zachary. Person was at the plate in the 8th inning, and there was an interference called. He was not able to, or the runner was trying to steal second base, and they called.
It's Broughton going to come up to the...
It is Broughton that was at the plate. So I thought Person... Yeah, so he was called out then? Okay, that's what it was then. So it was Person that was called out. So batting for the Red Hounds is Jaden Broughton to lead things off, not Person. First pitch, taken up high for ball 1.
It's a big difference as far as who you're pitching against there. Obviously, Person, probably the best hitter for this Red Hounds team. Broughton is a nice hitter as well, but Person, a guy that's tough to face on the plate.
Yeah, Broughton does bat from the left side of the plate. That's the biggest difference, as Bolin has to bring one across here after starting off behind 2-0, and he does so on that inside pitch, make it 2-1. Broughton takes one up high, and it's now 3-1 as Broughton trying to get aboard here for the Cardinals, or for the Red Hounds, excuse me. Bowling with the 3-1 pitch, down in the dirt, ball 4, and Corbin has a base runner to start things off. And it's Malachi Zachary, who started the game for the Red Hounds. It was a really good batter, or a really good pitching performance for him. But his team unable to get him any offense. And we're going to have a courtesy runner, I believe, coming in for Jaden Broughton, or maybe a pitch runner.
Great job, like you said, on the mound from Zachary earlier in the evening. He'll try to be big time on the plate as well for the Red Hounds.
Zachary at 0 for 3 at the plate. A couple of strikeouts and a fly out as well. Takes the first pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. As in the game to run for the Red Hounds is Landon Broughton. Trying to get more speed on the base paths as Zachary takes one here on the corner, a ball and a strike. Bowling checks the runner. Pitch, that's a beautiful pitch. Little breaking ball on the outside corner. It's a ball and 2 strikes to Malachi Zachary.
Yeah, nice pitch there from Bowling. Froze Zachary at the plate.
This one grounded over to the shortstop, deep in the hole. Going to be a hard play. They throw it over the head of the first baseman, and that will allow both Zachary and Broughton to advance. And the Indians in trouble here with 2 men on, both in scoring position, and nobody out for the Red Hounds. And at the plate now comes Brett Eastep, who's reached twice with a hit by pitch and a walk. 0 for 1 officially with a bunt popped up to the catcher.
Yeah, that was just a hard ball to play there at shortstop for Sizemore. And that ball just a little high, well, a lot high for the first baseman, Cook, and allowed the runners to advance.
Yeah, they were going to have a runner coming in for Zachary as well. He's the DH. Again, started the game as the pitcher, so it'll be a courtesy runner. And trying to see who it'll be. It's number... I think it was number 23. So coming in is going to be Carson Taylor. So Taylor, who came in to play second base when they switched pitchers, is now going to run for the DH. So a big spot here for Brett Eastep. Again, nobody out and 2 men in scoring position for the Red Hounds. We'll see how the Indians get out of this jam. Infield playing in. First pitch high, ball 1.
So you got to be wise with their pitches here if you're bowling. Can't leave one over the plate and allow Eastep to get a hit.
Pitch on the outside corner. It's a ball and a strike. Eastep, I believe you've got to be aggressive here if you're Corbin, because you got to drive in one of these runs. And if you're Madison Central, you want to try to keep both at bay. Pitch outside, 2-1. Good job there by Briner to keep that one in front of him and not let it get away.
Well, a hit here for Corbin would put them up 2, and in a low-scoring game, it would be really hard for the Indians to respond to that.
Another pitch slow. Oh, wow, that one looked like it was in the exact same spot as the last one. That was called a ball. This time a called strike, and it's 2-2. Big pitch coming up for Bolden. A strikeout would be huge. Man, ball 3. And the last 3 pitches have looked almost in identical spots, Landon.
Yeah. On that one, great job framing it by Briner, but just couldn't get the call.
Payoff pitch. The 3-2 from Bowling. And it's ball 4. Bases loaded. Nobody out for Corbin.
Once again, that one looked very close to being in the strike zone, just outside. And that is trouble. Bases loaded with no outs.
So big spot for Dallas Morita. 0 for 3 in the game. Fly out to third base. Chopped her down to the third base line and a strikeout. And a first pitch called strike here to Morita.
Looking to bunt there. You saw the whole infield come in, ready to pounce on that ball.
Yeah, there's a lot of room behind the third baseman if Morita could somehow just pull one down the line here. That one inside, a ball and a strike. Infield playing in for Central. Outfield playing around middle depth as they know they've got to come home with one. Morita lets that one go by on the outside corner, a 1-2 count.
Yeah, that was a nice pitch there by Bowling.
Yeah, Coach Roof sticks him with his guns here. Going to let Bowling try to get out of this situation. Corbin trying to make him pay. It's a 1-2 count for Morita. Up high, evens the count up at 2-2. Bottom of the order here at the plate for the Red Hounds. The number 9 batter, Landon Walters, in the on-deck circle. Here's the 2-2 from Bowling. Delivers one, and right to the second baseman. They'll throw to third. He's got to get back, and the Red Hounds catch an unbelievable break there.
Maybe that was Howie on that throw. Just a little off target to Turner there. Would have been a huge out for the Indians.
Would have been a huge double play. Howie made the terrific athletic play to make the diving catch, almost turned 2. Had he just gone over to second, though, the second baseman was even further down the line, would have been an easy double play.
Yeah, that's that cohesiveness probably Howie just has not learned yet with this being his first year.
Walters chops one down the third baseline foul. Now the top of the order in the on-deck circle with Levi Brock awaiting unless the Indians can turn 2 and get out of a massive jam here in the top of the 9th inning.
But as I was saying, that's probably a play that Coach Roof will show to his guy after the game and say, look, you had an easier play here.
A teaching moment.
Yes, absolutely.
Bowling with the pitch. Outside corner 0-2. Here's another one. Outside. That one too low and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Landon Walters.
Yeah, I think that was on purpose there from Bowling, trying to get Walters to chase outside the zone.
Bowling delivers a base hit from Walters. 1 run will score. They're going to hold the other runner up at third as the Red Hounds take the lead 3-2 here in the 9th. But the base is still loaded, and now more damage could possibly be inflicted with the top of the order coming to the plate and Levi Brock, the catcher, now coming to bat.
Coach Roof seems to be sticking with this guy, Bowling. Like I said, top of the order.
Yeah, you've already used, this is now your 3rd pitcher. I don't know if you can change again as far as how the rest of the week looks for the Indians.
Yeah, I believe they play Henry Clay, if I'm not mistaken, later on in the week.
Yeah, Central goes to Henry Clay Thursday and then at home on Friday. They got 2 more games this week. Or 3 more games this week. So you don't want to use all your pitching in one game. Just to kind of hope Bowling can buckle down here and get you out of a jam and give your offense one more crack at it in the bottom of the 9th. And base is loaded for Brock. An 0-2 count here to the catcher.
Although he struggled in this inning a little more, you don't see him seem to be slowing down a whole lot. It had a chance to get a double play earlier and just unable to come up with it.
And for Central, it'll be the 6, 7, and 8 batters coming to the plate with Ham to lead off in the bottom of the ninth. Brock strikes out. So no insurance runs yet for the Red Hounds, but it is Clay Botner now coming to the plate with a chance to add to that one-run lead. Botner 0 on the day, grounded out to second base, flew out to center field in a pair of strikeouts. He'll take a first pitch strike on the outside corner here for the third baseman for the Red Hounds. Bowling with the 0-1. Fouled off, now 0-2.
Good job getting up in the count here early. Trying to get a strikeout.
Stays alive. Fouls it off.
Bowling continuing to go at Botner. All 3 pitches, he's put them right there. Nice job there by Botner, though, to stay alive.
0-2 to the Corbin third baseman. This one out off again. Man, he is battling at the plate.
Yeah, back-to-back pitches where he's just been a touch weight to the ball.
Bowling gets the sign. Pitch. Over to the second baseman. Howie falls and is unable to make the play. An error on the second baseman for Madison Central gives an insurance run to the Red Hounds. And Corbin still with damage to possibly be done with the bases still loaded and a 4-2 Red Hounds lead.
That's a play you expect Howie to make over there if you're Coach Roof. Unfortunately, it just goes through his glove there for the Indians.
Pitch on the outside corner, a called strike one. I mean, that's been the place for Bowling. Let's see if he sticks with it here.
But give credit to Corbin. They put pressure on this infield, and the Indians have just been unable to make some plays.
It's Cam Estep who will get the win if Corbin can pull it out. He was the guy that has been on the mound the last few innings. Bowling with the 0-2. That time a little bit too far outside. And he goes to a 1-ball, 2-strike affair. Estep awaits. Strike 3, ring him up. Estep doesn't like the call, but a strike 3 will end the inning with the bases loaded for Corbin, but damage done already. 2 runs across. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Indians will need at least 2, or they will fall here at home to the Corbin Red Hounds. We'll step aside for a quick commercial break. We'll come back for the bottom of the ninth on WBON TV.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau.
My Farm Bureau.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
We come back to the action here, WBON TV, trying to get the guys in the press box to sing some Journey with us, man. You guys were doing it, just not on the mic. Get on there and sing it. Landon, we having some fun up in the press box, man.
Absolutely.
Madison Central down by 2. We go to the bottom of the ninth. It'll be Jack Ham, Zach Turner, and Lucas Ward to be the guys up for Madison Central. Bottom of the order, coming to the plate. And Cam Estep, who struck out to end the inning for the Red Hounds, now remains on the mound trying to get the victory for Corbin here on the road against a really good Madison Central baseball team. Coming off their first loss last night, this would be a really good rebound for Corbin.
Absolutely. Yeah, against a perennial powerhouse in the state, typically a top 25 team in the state, against the Indians, and that'd be a huge momentum builder for the back-to-back 13 region champions, trying to go for a three-peat this season.
They got a good squad.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm not real confident. I don't know a lot about the other teams in the 13th region.
Yeah, but Laurel beat them last night, so that's one loss.
Yeah, but you would think they would be up there. Just 1 point against North Laurel last night. You would think they would be a contender once again this season.
So Estep will face off against Ham as we get things going in the bottom of the ninth. The Indians need at least 2 to keep this game going. Ham batting from the left side of the plate. Awaits the first pitch from Estep. And it's a called strike, 1 on the outside corner. That umpire at home plate has consistently given that outside part of the plate to these guys all night long. We'll see if he keeps doing that. Here's the 0-1 to Ham. That time a little bit too far outside and high. He evens the count up at a ball and a strike.
I believe that's Brett Estep now out there, if I'm not mistaken. Number 3 for
Corbin.
Oh,
you're right, it is. Yeah, Brett's come in to be the closer.
Yeah, the freshman.
That pitch up high, and it's hit down the third baseline. Third baseman given chase, but couldn't make the catch. That was Clay Botner. So the count now 1-2.
Jagger trying to put some pressure on the freshman here as he steps up to the plate to take a 1-2 pitch.
Ham awaits. That pitch again outside, make it 2-2.
Jagger already 1 hit in the game. We'll try to get another one here. Doing a good job in this at bat, fighting off the pitches.
Ham, a hard hit into center field, and that'll be a base hit. Might even be 2 for Ham. Left fielder did not field it cleanly, but they're able to get him all safe. Wow, a lot of drama again as Ham rounded first, headed for second. Would have been an easy out, but the second baseman dropped the ball. Check it out here again on the Interior Solutions by ICL replay. Left fielder drops it, comes in with it. Second baseman has it in his glove, an easy tag, but he just drops it out. You can see it there on your right side of your screen. And the Indians have life with a runner in scoring position.
That's sophomore Carson Taylor, who came into the game earlier tonight, who was unable to make that play at second.
And I believe that's Zach Turner now coming to the plate for the Indians. The third baseman for Central.
That's a tough play for a sophomore. Wasn't looking, didn't know where Jagger was at, and unable to make the play.
So the freshman pitcher Estep now having to kind of battle through adversity. We do have a runner in, that's Kinley. Estep checks on the runner. Comes home with the pitch. Outside, 2-0 the count.
Zach Turner coming off a year last year in which he had 3 RBIs on the season.
Here's the 2-0. That one on the corner, a 2-1 count now for Zach Turner. Step again, checking on Kinley, who's got plenty of speed. Pitch at the letters, 3-1.
Good patience so far in this at bat from Turner. Just 1 away from a walk now. And then you can get to Ward, who is dangerous at the plate.
Estep with the sign, shakes it off, and then time called by Turner. A little mind game is being played here by both the pitcher and the batter.
Yeah, always fun to watch the chess match before the batter and the pitcher.
Turner 0 for 3 on the day. Swings through here for strike 2, and we got a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Bottom of the ninth for the Madison Central Indians. And the payoff pitch now coming up for Zach Turner. Step gets the sign. From the stretch, the payoff pitch. It's grounded over to second base. Taylor, the sophomore, cannot make the play. Kinley going to come in to score. And the tying run on base for Madison Central. That is now 2 errors in a row by the young Taylor for Corbin.
Yeah, that's just really tough for Taylor there. Had that one, an opportunity to make a play and get an easy out there, just unable to catch it on the bounce. And great speed from Kenway. Got the wave from Withers on third base and came home to cut this to a 1-point ball game here in the ninth.
1-run lead for Corbin, Madison Central trying to chip away at it yet again. They try to throw over on Turner. He'll get back safely. Still nobody out in the bottom of the ninth, and it is Lucas Ward at the plate. Struck out his last time up. This one hit hard to the shortstop. He'll throw it over to second for 1. Taylor will throw to first. It's time for the double play. The sophomore makes up for the errors with the turn on the double play. Beautifully done as we again check it out on the replay. The 6-4-3 double play and 2 huge outs now in the inning for the Red Hounds. And now it's Steve Roof coming out to talk to the umpire. Not much that Roof could say. The umpire quickly gives his explanation, and Coach Roof quickly back to the dugout.
Yeah, it's just a really frustrating one there for the Indians. And on the flip side, a massive, massive, massive play for the Red Hounds to relieve some pressure off of the young freshman.
Yeah. And how about the rebound from Taylor? You have the drop ball that would have gotten Ham out at second. He ends up coming around to score on the next error when you threw it away. And now you've got it all in the hands of Luke Briner. 2 outs, nobody on, and the Indians needing at least 1 run. You got to have base runners to do it. Briner at the plate, and we got a 1-1 count.
And if you can just get Briner on base here, back at the top of the lineup, you've got Sizemore coming up. You have an opportunity here for the Indians.
That pitch taken, Corbin thought it was a called strike. The home plate umpire disagrees, and it's a 2-1 count.
Looked like a really good pitch from this perspective from E-Step.
The 2-1. Up high now, 3-1. And the pressure mounts with every pitch from both the pitcher, the batter, and everybody on the field. Browner flew out to center field his last time at the plate. Here's the 3-1. Popped up, in play, in the infield. Shortstop Taylor coming in, as is the first baseman. He'll make the catch, and what a win for Corbin. Drama throughout the evening, and the Red Hounds literally hold on for a 4-3 victory and landing a very good classic ball game here in our first game of the year on WBON TV.
Yeah, so we talked about it coming in. Both teams 3-1, looking to get to 4 wins coming in. And just last night, Corbin had a loss, and we talked about it a couple innings ago, just a huge comeback win tonight and a huge response against a good Madison Central team, and that is a huge confidence builder for Corbin. And really, you saw 3 guys come in at pitcher and 3 guys execute for them, and that was the difference down the stretch.
Yeah, all 3 guys from both teams pitched well. I feel like the hitting obviously wasn't there for either team, but for Corbin, they made the plays when it mattered most, and they get the 4-3 victory over Madison Central. Great crew on hand tonight. Thanks to Jacob Beck, our cameraman, our producer, Gage Hill. He's Landon Eads. I'm Michael Watkins. We'll see you next time on WBON TV.